What else do we got here? Well, we got to play one more.
Damn!
I was not expecting that one.
All right, we are live. Oh, good Lord. Oh, Gingy's reaction to that last week was great.
That killed me.
That was fantastic. I've been holding on to that one. Your reaction was priceless. Oh, good Lord. Welcome back this week, ladies and gentlemen. The nerdy girl is back. She has power. She doesn't live in a third world country.
No.
Have you thought of investing in a small generator?
I have like a small one, but it just does like the air conditioning, one or two light. Yeah, in the fridge. That's about it.
My mom is moving in with my grandmother. My grandfather passed, bought the house, going through that. They had to get a new septic installed. They move it in Labor Day. So my mom's in the last minute packing before the house goes on the market. Ask for help. She doesn't help because mom works at the speed of smell. But she's just like packing everything up. And I keep like, you need any help? No, I'm okay. And my uncle's like, what's taking your mother so long? Like, my mom procrastinates worse than I do. I mean, I'll procrastinate a little bit because, I know I'll get it done, because if it doesn't get done, no one else will do it. But my mom just drags it out, man. And I just give her shit for it. I just crap on it. Just, Mom, how's the house packing going? Oh, pretty well. Weren't you supposed to be out like 3 months ago? And she just shoot me a look. Yeah. Where are you supposed to put the house? Well, we were waiting for the septic. We were waiting for this. We're waiting for that. Your grandmother's taking it. I'm just like, just slew of excuses. I'm like, Mom, you just keep giving me excuses. What, like doing the same thing that she used to do with you as a kid? Like just constant excuses and everything like that. Yeah. As a kid, now I just do it to her, and she drives her crazy. All right, who do we got in chat here? We got Doomiverse. Hey, Doomy. Ladybug, my Southern Belle Mod, how you doing, sweetheart? Good to see you. The Fantastic Sarcastic, I dropped you a message on Discord. I will be live after this with some late night gaming. Good Lord, I am so close. Apparently, people want to help me get full monetization. We're not talking about the first tier. Literally, they're like 1,000 subs, 4,000 watch hours. Let's go for it before the thing. And I'm like, my sanity is going to be tested in the next 4 months because I'm going to have to put in. I have a very fractured sleeping pattern as it is. So if I don't go to bed at a certain time and everything like that. So I'm literally have to do 5 to 8 hour long gaming streams and put at least 3 videos out every week to keep me in the comic algo. So all news is now moved to Saturdays. Mm-hmm. To cover with this. Short box sticks around, and then it's just comic reviews. And by the way, I got a hold of Court of Owls. I got that first Court of Owls. I paid $9 for it off of Amazon, by the way. And I got it. I read the first issue, and I put it back up on my shelf, and I'm like, I can't read this right now. And the reason I can't read it is because that first issue was so fucking amazing that I now want to buy the omnibuses because I don't want to stop reading it.
Yeah, the omnibus.
And unfortunately, I have to finish before I get the awesome omnis that they are. I want to get the rest of my Invincible Ultimates, which are going to cost roughly about the same as those 2 omnibuses. Because the Invincible Ultimates, I have 5 on the shelf. There's 12. I can get them all by the end of the year. And you can't knock $40 mark down to $25 for brand new trades. So I'm working on those. And then I can weasel them in and be like, hey, Invincible's coming out. Read these.
I would love to finish my Berserk Omnibus collection, but
that's even more money than my Invincible one. Have you checked in-stock trades?
That's usually where I go.
Me too. I discovered them recently, and the only gripe I had with them was the 2-week shipping.
Yes.
But with free shipping, it's kind of thing. But it's not bad. The packing is amazing. I can't knock it. It's the only thing I can knock it. And I got a bad review on eBay.
Really?
So, about Gingy knows, a few months ago, I was looking for the Dark Knights of Steel hardcover. I don't like the big, thick one they came out with because I'll read half of it and then it'll go back up on the shelf. And I'm like, oh, look, I don't want to. It's something in my brain says you have to start at the beginning again with the full comic because it's in one book. So I get the individual issues. I found both of them hardcover for $27.
Oh.
On eBay. And I'm like, that's fantastic. And I wait and I wait and I wait. And then it's like 2 days before it's supposed to be here. And I message the seller. And the seller's like, oh, there was a mistake. We were expecting a return in our shop and didn't get it. And the person who listed the order thought they were getting the return. So they listed something they didn't have and gave me a full refund. And then my favorite part, offered me a 50% off anything on their eBay store.
Oh, I mean,
why would I bother buying it? Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, you know?
Yeah.
So I gave them a bad review. I also flagged them on eBay. They're selling things that they don't have and everything like that. But then I found their social media page and actually said, if they go in your shop, that's fine. Be careful of your eBay purchases because they try to sell things that they don't actually have in stock. So they actually mentioned that on my eBay review. Yeah, this person, but funny thing is, it wasn't a negative review. It was a positive review. And I'm like, you're just weird. You don't know what you're doing. And I just ordered, so I'm loving these second prints of Battle Beasts that are out.
Okay.
And they are basically just a white cover with a character on them, and each one gets a second print and everything. And I have quite a few of them, and new ones are coming out, and I have them on order at my comic shop. But they couldn't get me one, so I had to order it. And it was $10, my mistake. I should have realized it sooner. But it's General Krieg on the cover. Krieg's one of my favorite characters in Invincible. Honestly, if they're going to give something else a Battle Beast treatment, they need to do a General Krieg treatment to him. How did he get to be a general? What is his story? That would be a fantastic comic.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
But
I'd rate that one.
I had to order it off eBay. And I'm like, okay, I don't have a problem. I've done it before. I had to do it with the Todd McFarlane Battle Beast cover. It doesn't bother me when I have to buy the single issue. Sure, the shipping's more expensive than the comic. But you know what? $10, it's my own fault. I got to pay for stupidity. So I put in the order. It was like $10.30 with shipping. I'm like, okay, that's not bad. I'm like, why is estimated time of delivery September 15th, a month away? And I messaged the seller. I'm like, why is the $6 shipping? You think that's express or something? No. Apparently they're using the cash to bad whatever they take off of eBay. Because I think eBay takes a price of how much you pay for the comic, not the shipping. That's why the shipping charges are always so high. Because they don't get charged for the shipping. They just get charged for whatever they sell the comic for.
Right.
So it's like, and I'm going to have to wait next month. I'm not looking to read it. The trade comes out in like 2 weeks for the next Battle Beast, which is, I'll give Image this. It's fantastic that they put out their trades 2 weeks to a month after the book arc is finished. Unlike DC, who waits 6 months before the next arc finished. I'm like, 6 month gap between releases of trades. But like right when one arc finishes, it should be out within a month or two. Well, that'll hurt back issue sales and stuff like that. I'm like, no, it won't hurt them that badly because people who want the back issues have already gotten them. And the people who want the trades are now waiting 6 months for that next arc.
Right.
But I'm okay with it. But, oh, what a week. We have so much crap.
I can't wait.
Aren't you excited for Lanterns to come out? It's coming out tomorrow.
I am overjoyed and ecstatic. It's so bad even Jeff Johns spoke out against it.
Really?
You didn't hear? This was like a month ago. He saw the interview where Highfield said was like, well, the green was problematic. I'm like, uh-oh. Like you know what it takes to actually get a comic shop person to step up and, do shit? Jeff Johns has kind of gone off the edge because he's like a they, them now and everything like that. And I'm like, okay, it doesn't matter. You still write some of the greatest comic books ever. And the worst is he doesn't like broadcast it or advertise it. He's literally just, these are my comics. It's a side note to him, and that's what I like. I don't care what you are unless you make it the focus of everything. When you make it the focus of everything, we got a fucking problem.
Yeah.
So we got some news. Rob Liefeld. Gingy, my buddy. Rob Liefeld follows you on Twitter or TikTok. Has he sent you anything for free yet?
No.
Apparently he had a really good meltdown this week.
Yeah.
I saw that. And I'm like, you know, I'll give him this. He may be an ass, but he's an unapologetic ass.
He is.
He owns it. He doesn't care what you think, and he's going to keep doing what he's doing, which is why he's successful. He doesn't bend the knee or anything. You don't have to like it.
Yeah.
But he's going to keep doing it, and I love it. I personally love the guy. I think he's an ass, but you know what? We need assholes more these days. Seriously. And, you know, if calling someone on doing something you don't like in your chat is an asshole, I will happily sign up for that. See, that's why I have a ladybug. Ladybug will just start swinging banhammers like Thor and Mjolnir. So, okay, everybody saw that. I did a video on it. I just wanted to make sure you guys saw it. Well, we can I got a comics cupcake if Gingy wants to see it. All right, we'll watch the comic take on Law Blackwell. Everybody, oh God, this guy is just nuts. Like, I cannot stand this guy, but I keep watching his content.
Liefeld again after he crashed out on a Whatnot stream because someone asked him to draw absolute Batman. But this isn't some friend.
Okay, to be all fairness, he was 100% right here. Doing all Batman covers for absolutes, it's just a cash gig. It's a gig economy for the variant covers that they have. You know, that's all it is. And I won't lie, some of those variant covers are absolutely fantastic. They're gorgeous. But yeah. So let's watch this.
Fresh new thing. Rob Liefeld crashes out on Whatnot all the time to people that ask him to draw things. If you're not interested in Youngblood, he thinks you're the devil, which is 90% of the population because nobody is picking up that terrible book. Rob Liefeld.
Opinions vary, but I hear good things about Youngblood from a certain other person on the stream. I hear good things about Youngblood. It's a very 90s comic book. Uh-oh! He likes Youngblood.
Liefeld is a terrible comic book artist. He's a terrible comic book writer, and he's a terrible person. But he's pretty fun to rage.
Hey, I didn't know that.
He created Deadpool, one of the most successful characters in the entirety. I'm pretty sure he created Cable, which is also one of the most successful comic characters ever.
I think the problem is they're going to forever use that one image of Captain America to determine his writing skills.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. See, here's the thing. I'm not a Deadpool guy. I think he's cool. I think his powers are cool. I think all that stuff. My line was drawn and broken when you started having him break the fourth wall.
Yeah.
When you turned him into, I know this is a comic book, so everything I do doesn't matter, really removes the agency from it. And, you know, I like Lobo. Lobo at least doesn't do fourth wall breaks every chance he gets.
Right.
Lobo's like, but he also doesn't admit that this is a comic book. He still keeps doing what Lobo does. And what the best part is they tied in how he does it all. He's been rejected by hell, kicked out of heaven, and not even death will take him anymore. You can't kill the guy. He's an epitome of asshole because he killed his whole planet. And all he does is fly around the galaxy, smoke cigars, kick ass, and drink. What more do you want? Not even Superman wants to deal with him. Personally, we need a Jason Momoa movie, but okay, let's keep going.
All things that make up Rob Liefeld, and if you're expecting anything more, you'll be extremely disappointed. This 60-year-old man really needs to grow up quick time. I've just personally not liked Rob Liefeld from the very beginning. There hasn't been a time where I've...
And that's what makes his opinion bias. I didn't like him from the beginning. He can't look at it objectively because if you actually watch the video, Rob Liefeld's right. Cover art is a gig economy. You get paid once and then you move along to something else. There's no guarantee you're going to get a second cover. You're not going to get anything like that. And Rob Liefeld's like, if they're going to pay me for it, that's fine, but they're going to fucking pay. You know, a single gig, $1 million. I'm like, okay. Personally, I'd rather you tackle, you know, Green Arrow, given, you know, your pension for blood, guts, and gore in your comic. That would be a little more appropriate for the cover. But
Maybe he just
Or
doesn't
even a
like
logo.
that
Video of what-
Batman.
Liefeld and gone, wow, he has a beautiful personality. I cannot wait to watch the next Rob Liefeld video. He pretty much acts like his books sell the exact same amount as Absolute.
And this is why, like, this guy's hilarious. Like, he's acting like he's a comics authority. And while comics are subjective, he has no way. He's obviously judged by personal bias of his own personal things. He can't separate them. And that's very clear. He's young and he's British, and they're going down a bad road anyway. So he's up for an interesting rest of his life.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like I keep watching his stuff, and yeah, it's he's got some. He does have some really good takes though, and others he doesn't. But yeah, no, I saw that, and I'm like, really, like I've been going all like it started freaking the other day. Where like the day after we ended stream, Gingy, everything picked up. Everything started, everything. It was just like nonstop. And I had to I almost had 3 pages worth of shit for us this week on the front sheet.
Wow.
And I'm like, we got to cut some of this out. So this one popped up on my feed. It actually really pissed me off because this would have been absolutely fantastic. Have you ever seen the Losers movie? Jeffrey Dean Morgan, based off the comic book.
Chris Evans and
Chris Evans. I'm like, that's a good movie. It was. It wasn't a banger. It wasn't anything. I have the 2 trades behind me, and I'm like, this is the like. If the movie's like, if I enjoy the movie, I'm going to like the trades. Apparently, Jeffrey Dean Morgan was under the presumption that it was going to be a trilogy, but because it was a $1 million Disney box office banger. Jeffrey Dean Morgan says he originally thought The Losers would end up becoming a trilogy. There was no marketing really behind it. And when we were filming, we all thought we were going to do at least 3 of them. And honestly, 3 would have been fantastic to round out that freaking series. Absolutely fantastic. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. And that really bums me out because this was actually a really good spy thriller.
It was.
It was absolutely fantastic. Jeffrey Dean Morgan always delivers in everything he does, from his Grey's Anatomy performance to the recent, as much as I hate to admit that I watched this, Sterling Point. Okay. But I will watch shows just because he's in them, because of his quality of talent.
He should be bigger than he is.
He should be big. If he was going mainstream like 20 years ago, he would be one of the biggest movie stars on the planet.
He would have been.
His role as John Winchester in the first 2 seasons of Supernatural was absolutely fantastic.
I loved him as Negan too. So
he was great as Negan. He was just such a talented actor, and he married somebody 20 years younger than him from One Tree Hill. I'm like, good on you, guys.
Introduced him.
Yeah, so absolutely fantastic, and I really wish he was in more. But he's in Sterling Point as a supporting character, and it's the only reason I watch it. In Sterling Point, it is the most worse than WB drama. It's like fucking Degrassi.
Well, you know,
I don't get me wrong. I love teen melodrama. I OC, Dawson's Creek. I get it all from my dad. But this one is Amazon teen melodrama.
Well, you know what makes me mad? Did you hear him recently? I think he was in the same interview. He was talking about this. He said Zack Snyder had plans to do a movie where he would have been the alternate universe Batman.
Him as freaking Thomas Wayne would have been utterly terrifying.
Yes.
It's like a fusion between Negan and John Winchester.
Yes. And I'm still mad that we didn't get that.
Negan psychosis, but John Winchester's ability to go the distance. Because Negan will back off eventually. John will just keep going, even if it means his own detriment. Yes. And that's why I love John Winchester. That episode where, he really brought it home when they did the time crossover and they brought John into the future and they explained everything and they're sitting and then they're doing the Jack Daniels. All of a sudden he hears Mary's voice and he breaks. It's like on a dime. The man just breaks. He is John Winchester. And you could feel the pain and emotion coming out of him because that's what started this whole thing, was because Yellow Eyes killed his wife. Now, while I admit Supernatural should have ended at season 5. I really do believe that. It was a best completion of the story because I'm a firm believer that hunters, no matter what, do not get the happy ending in this life. They are going to die. They're going to die badly. They also do very, very bad things for very, very good reasons. And they're rewarded whatever comes after. That's my honest belief with hunters and dark tales like this. So ending on season 5 with Sam in the pit with Lucifer, because he did something that giving Dean the chance for something he never could, a normal life. Dean was raised for that, and as a soldier and everything like that. Absolutely. In the pit, that would have been it. And the tragic part is we all know Dean would have went back to hunting because that was the only thing he knew. He would have sabotaged himself and ended up dying on the hunt again. And that should have been like a PS scene. Like, them talking in the afterlife. Like, I just couldn't give it up. It's all I ever knew. And I tried. I just couldn't adapt. Everything was wrong. All that shit. It would have been fantastic, and then they could have had that happy afterlife that you wanted. But it's the tragedy of everything that went on and nobody understands about hunters, and it's been forever. Hunters have bad ending, especially supernatural hunters. I haven't watched season. Hell no, there were like 13 seasons of greatness. Doomyverse, you're on crack. 13 seasons is way too. 13 seasons, 26 episodes each. That's milking the cow,
like,
dude.
Tell
the story, end the story, move along to next story. And that's where
season 6
should have stopped. Even season 1 through 5 are absolutely some of the best television ever, especially those first 2 seasons. And 3, when you find out that when Eric Kripke was like, he's actually going to hell. You can't save him this season. Right. He is going to hell. So people wondering, how's Dean going to get him out of hell? How's Sam going to get Dean out of hell and all this. So that was the expectation for the 4th season because they all thought he was lying. I'm like, no, he wasn't. And that's what made some of the first seasons some of the best television ever. And now we get unbelievably bad slop. I miss TV.
I know.
Now, that's nothing. I sat down and watched a cheesy romance called The Prince and Me today. Believe it or not, it's horribly chick flick, but the writing is actually very, very good.
Scooby Natural is arguably the best episode.
It's Julia Stiles.
Yes,
tries to come to the U.S. and bonds and everything, and I'm like, it's cheesy, it's horrible, but it actually works, and it's not like crap writing or anything like that. It actually has some very heartfelt, well-written moments. Miranda Richardson's in it, and anything she's in she's a amazing, talented.
That whole family.
What?
That whole family.
That whole family is So it's so good. So that's what I got this. I started doing yard sales or flea marketing once a month, and I pulled like dollar DVDs. I got the first 2 Spider-Man movies. I got the Skulls trilogy.
Oh, nice.
Skulls. Oh God, even the later movies for the Skulls were really. Like at the 3rd one, they're finally like, well, you got to let him in. We're going to sue the Skulls. And they're like, well, no, you can't because you don't know anything. I'm like, we have a lawyer that knows something pretty well, flashing back to the first movie when he left the Skulls. And I'm like, yes, reference. Keeping it in universe. I love little shit like that. Oh, good Lord. All right. So, Losers was supposed to have a trilogy that broke off into that diatribe. We got robbed there. No, I've said it before. What we really got robbed with was Warner Brothers wanting to give Guillermo del Toro Justice League Dark. And he's like, I'll do it. Let me make this movie over here first, and I'll do it. And they just scrapped the whole thing. You know what the movie he was working on was? The Shape of Water. That won Oscars.
Yeah.
And DC really lost out. Del Toro doing a Justice League Dark. Oh my God!
It's Hellboy and all. Come on, I can't believe
we need that. Hellboy. We need to get that last Hellboy movie. I guarantee you, if he got the rights and kickstarted it, he would make he needed $10 million to make the movie.
Yeah,
and he could have would have made his money back.
Yeah, not that last shit that we got that wasn't even by him.
Well, the one with David Haver was horrible. But I've heard good things about The Crooked Man. It's pretty comic accurate, and it didn't do so well in theaters. But the Crooked Man, I hear, was really good. And the guy they got to play Hellboy was the same guy who played Bolivar from The Strain. So he's used to those full body perspective. Now, if you haven't seen The Strain, you're seriously missing out. The Strain is amazing. It was 4 seasons. I have the books behind me on the shelf, hardcover. It's a mixture of literal sci-fi. It's a mixture of like virology and vampires. You don't think it would work. It does. It is so good. And Del Toro adds his flair. All of his stuff's from his own creature shops. And it has that unmistakable Del Toro, especially the first time you see Knickerbocker Savings and Loans. Oh, so good. And Satraki and Walter Bradley, I love that character. I loved the old hunter who's been at it so long. He's just broken. You're not going to do anything. He doesn't have a regard for human life. He doesn't kill because he could get in trouble, not because he thinks it's wrong.
Right.
And I love and the Master's makeup. I actually have a Master bust from my special edition first season. I used to have it on the back shelf, but it was weirding people out on stream. What the hell's that face in your background? So
there's a lot of bad decisions.
There's a lot of really bad just because they want to make money and they're not realizing that the normies aren't going to bring in the money. The normies aren't going to bring in the money anymore. They've kind of checked out. Normies move along to the next thing because they've been conditioned to. You want the fans, and you've alienated too much of your fans. And I've been kicking up a shitstorm on Reddit.
Look at my ex.
Yeah. Reddit's a lot more fun because, as I have also said on Reddit many times, Reddit is like who's lining it anyways. The points really don't matter, and who gives a shit. So I get a lot of karma over there for a lot of really good posts. You know, the comic collection scene is very, very friendly. They're very much on point. They will help you if you need it, and they won't like downvote your post into oblivion when you ask simple questions because they want people to get into the hobby because they understand that it's bleeding and it needs new blood into it. So when you add like some of the mods, I can't wait till all the Reddit mods are replaced by AI in the next 2 years. That's going to be great.
Yeah.
About time. Justice League Apocalypse War was the best. Yeah, the DC animated movies have never failed to hit. They are always great. From
They're
DC,
really good,
and DC is animated has been killing it for 20 years and nobody talks about it because they're cartoons. Anime are just cartoons. Who cares? You know, Batman the Animated Series, Batman Beyond, Superman, Justice League Unlimited, and all the slew of movies that came out. Spider-Man the Animated Series, X-Men, the best one out of all of them that flew under Fox's radar and they canceled too soon, the animated Silver Surfer.
Yes.
So comic accurate. Yeah. It was scary. Like, as best as they could adapt it. I was watching that when Thanos being a simp was awesome. He was Shakespearean simp for death. I'm like, there is my Thanos.
Yeah, and then they canceled it. There was that whole period of like, what was it, like late 90s, early 2000s? They were trying to suddenly release really good shit and then cancel it.
They just didn't stick with it. Like Spider-Man Unlimited, far better than you thought it was. I love the beginning. He's like, I got a new suit. I had to borrow it from Mr. Fantastic. They were out of town. He had a watch that had the nanobots that formed what was heavily inspired by the 2099 suit because it had the web cape but it was all nanobots. He's like, I had to borrow it from Mr. Fantastic. I mean, like you borrowed the sonic weapons from when Maximum Carnage. I remember you breaking into the Baxter building. I played that game. I have the run. No, 5 years ago, I paid $80 for a full run of first print Maximum Carnage. It's
nice.
So good. Well, the freaking omnibuses are impossible to find. It's cheaper to buy the damn comic floppies. My whole Spider-Man box is full. I try not to crack it out. It upsets Shinji. Every time I pull out my singles collection, he kind of just goes, your collection upsets me. Because he doesn't have short boxes. He's a omnibus and trade collector. Well, he started doing trades. So, Gingy, this one popped up in my feed.
Oh, no. Is it going to piss me off?
Oh, no. No, this one will make
because you like to do that.
I like to. It's true. I do. But this
Let's
one
see.
popped in my feed, and you may want to stop buying singles and buy these. Apparently, DC's Finest has Longbow Hunters.
Oh yeah, I'm buying. I'm planning
Oh.
on buying both the Green Arrow and
This
Lantern
DC,
soon.
if you don't know what this is, DC's Finest is they're doing a great job doing the older books in newer trades, and these aren't cheap. These are about $40 a piece, but they are well printed. There's no color bleed. There's no nothing, and they are absolutely fantastic. So we got the Crisis and everything like that here, but I saw the Longbow Hunters, and he loves his Green Arrow. So I saw this. And I'm like, that's fantastic. Yeah, you see Green Arrow, Trial of Oliver Queen, Green Arrow, Longbow Hunters, 87 to 80. Just they're one step down. They're the size of a trade, so they have all the options, but they have comics that are well out of print and well out of omnibuses that are really hard.
Yeah.
What would I recommend?
Daredevil.
You got to start with Brim. If I were to get into Spider-Man comics, what do you recommend? Start at the beginning, but if you really want to do something, believe it or not, the Ultimate Runs is very, very, very good.
It is.
And before they killed off Peter and Miles took over. Even after Miles took over, it was really good. Miles was a fantastic Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't hate him. He's just not
I don't
Spider-Man.
hate Miles. I just want him to do his own thing. Stop trying to replace Peter. Put him back in his own universe.
And that's going to happen in the MCU. You know they're going to replace Peter.
Yes, they've already talked about it. Tom Holland has said that he wants Miles to take over, and then he said in another interview they have plans for when he moves on from the character. I'm like, oh, so that's when Miles is taking over. So probably about 10 years after the next arc when everybody, and I'll still be saying Miles Morales, and I guarantee you they're waiting for the comics to do better and everything, which they're not. No. But no, the Green Arrows for Oliver Queen, this is definitely something I thought you want eyes on if you didn't know about it.
Yeah, Longbow Hunters is good.
I've heard, I'm not a big Green Arrow fan. My experience with Green Arrow is the show, and I still think he stopped killing people too early. That was the only, I'm sorry, you spent 12 years on an island, all this time on the island, and you suddenly abandon your mission 3 months, 8 episodes in. He should have had a higher body count before he quit. You don't turn off that dark path.
Right.
Spider-Verse movies are good. I'm not saying they're not good. I'm saying Miles Morales isn't Spider-Man. Not when you cram him into a universe where Peter Parker's alive. Every time somebody else is Spider-Man, Peter Parker is either dead or ridiculously incapacitated to the point where he's there. And I'm sorry, if you go, Ben Reilly took it over. Yeah, Peter lost his powers and Ben Reilly took over, which, by the way, is Peter's clone. Thus, it's still Peter Parker, which had a massive identity crisis. Say what you want about the Clone Saga. I thought Ben Reilly was really cool. If without Ben Reilly, we would never have impact webbing.
Right.
Call me a nerd. Miles is the best. Larry, that's strike one tonight. So that was Miles, actually that Longbow Hunter thing was actually labeled Gingy Happy. Oh, we'll go over the DC stuff, the new D23 stuff later. So this is what I call Gingy wife shopping. Shopping for the wife. So
let's see.
Gingy's wife is absolutely fantastic. God bless her heart, Sarah, in every shape of the word. She is a fantastic wife and a mother and everything, but she has a thing for Nightwing and Nightwing's butt on covers. And I saw this, and I'm like, this is what Gingy does when he shops for his wife.
Hi there. Hi. Can I help you? Could I just get G.I. Joe 24? Oh. Sure.
Nightwing swimsuit, please.
Right. There's your G.I. Joe. Thank you so much. You're welcome.
The little hop at the end would absolutely be
I'm afraid to go to the comic shop and buy it, honestly.
No, you be like,
honestly,
if you do that at the comic shop and they give you a funny look, you look at them and say, I'm buying it for my wife. She has a thing for Nightwing's butt. And they'll be like, oh, that makes much more sense over anything else. They're not going to give you shit for it. Peter Parker can't hold the candle to the swagger of a young black half Puerto Rican. Larry, that's strike two. Oh, good Lord. Oh.
There's a cover Nerdy Girl that of Nightwing where he's walking and you see him and showing his butt and it says up above says nothing but. My life.
Yeah, I did a whole video about like how Nightwing
Really?
has now become very exploited. You should check it out. I got a lot of views on that one. I was just kind of like, look, I love Nightwing, but after a while, you're like, okay, if I have to read one more butt joke in an issue or one more girl is sexually harassing him, like, I'm done.
Okay, I'm sorry, but Dick Grayson gets his hands on more bumper than a body shop. He really does. Jason Todd never really got the chance. He was way too angry, and after the Joker, almost killed him, he went a little monkey break. So sex isn't exactly high on his priority. Tim Drake does as well, and Damian Wayne's heir apparent. When he hits puberty, God knows what's going to happen.
Oh boy!
I did a video on it earlier this week, but I'm actually going to give the new Batman run a try.
Okay.
I've heard a lot of I have the Verity Pennyworth issues, but it's 12 months in, and after 12 months, I don't want to get the back issues. I just want to read it. But I did order the new Verity Pennyworth cover, the new Alfred, and I haven't heard bad things about it. I honestly think the run might be getting overshadowed by the Absolutes.
Probably.
Because the Absolutes are killing it in every way.
Who's writing it?
Form.
Is it still Chip?
God. No, it's not Chip. It is. Oh man, let me back up here.
I hear the stories aren't they're not amazing, but the art is fantastic.
I hear the art is good, and the stories are. It's a Batman story with good art, and it's only 12 issues in, and it's an ongoing series, which is fine.
I only read about 3 issues in, but I didn't.
So Batman Day is next month, and I ordered the special hardcover trade for it, and I'm going to order it because once I start it, I'll finish the run. Because that's the only way you can truly give it a good judge, and I'll give each one this one was good, this arc was good, and I'll give it a fair review and everything like that. But it's on order, and I did an art of video on it, and I honestly think it might be being overlooked because Absolutes, anytime an Absolute comes out, it's nothing can compare to it in sales. Most comic shops are saying that's what everybody's pre-ordering and everything like that, which is, don't get me wrong, it's fantastic. Say what you want about the Absolutes. They are one of the best things to happen to comics in the last 10 years, bringing people back to it. And they're getting people to buy the trades. They're getting people to read the older materials, which is honestly what we need. It might not be collecting floppies, but reading the comics is far more important than the collecting aspect right now.
Yes.
Yeah. And I perfectly love the fact that it's keeping the singles on a low. Everybody's flipping their collections, so the market's all out there.
Yeah.
And I'm loving it because I'm finishing my runs. Which brings up an interesting thing. So, this crossed my feed, and it made me think of something, and I would like to hear what you guys think about this one, because this one is actually really interesting.
What is it?
Do we really own our comic books, or are we just stewards?
Here's a thought about your comic collection that might make you feel a little bit uncomfortable. One day, someone else is going to own it. And once you realize that, you start looking at comics a little bit differently. Because someone else walked into a shop and bought it. Someone else took this home. They read it. Maybe they loved it. Maybe it sat in their collection for 30 years. And somehow now it's mine. But here's the bit that I keep thinking about. Maybe they have absolutely no idea I'm holding this right now. Maybe they're not even here anymore. And there's something strangely beautiful about that. Because one day, someone might be holding one of mine. They won't know where I found it. They won't know how long I searched for it. They won't know why that particular comic meant something to me. They'll just know that somebody cared enough to keep it safe long enough so it reached them. So maybe we're not really owners at all. Maybe we're just the custodians. We get these little pieces of comic history for a while. We look after them. We add our chapter to their story. And eventually, we pass them on. They were never really ours. They were just ours for now. Have a good day.
Honestly, I'm kind of on board with that. That makes complete sense. And if you think about it, it's kind of an honor in some ways, knowing that somebody used to own those comic books, and maybe someday the comics that you own now will be owned by somebody else that loves comic books as well. That's cool.
Hopefully, yeah.
I
mean,
thought that was absolutely fantastic, and I had to bring it up this week.
I still think you have more ownership over the physical copy than you would if it was a digital copy. But
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
I see what he's saying.
Physical copies were the stewards, where some like eventually will go, and our collections will be sold. Somebody not selling our collections is stupid. Like
Yeah.
I actually have a handwritten will that's like, if something does happen to me, sell my collection, talk to this person, they'll help get a good price. Don't let them downplay you. Tell them it's to put me in the ground. I've talked to him beforehand. I'm like, hey, if something happens to me, you know, it's the guy down at my local comic shop that hooks me up. I'm like, hey, if something happens, please give them a fair price, enough to put me in the ground, because that's why it's here. And then those comics will go to somebody, and then those physical comics will go to somebody, and my collection will be divvied out amongst the world again eventually. But he's right. I take excellent care of my comic books. I got that they're short boxes, they're bagged, they're boarded. I don't open them in humid weather. I keep them in dry, cool places, and I keep them in plastic stackable boxes that cost me $40 a piece. Thank you, BCW, for jacking your prices almost 50% in the last 2 years. But I found a shop on eBay that actually sells 5-packs for $120, which I'm going to grab one of those before I move and do a great rearrange of my collection. Because I got a couple of paper short boxes I don't want anymore, and they're getting kind of full.
But I think this is also a good example why physical copies are important in anything. Because, again, digital could just get erased. Physical copies can be passed down.
Digital cannot just
all
get erased.
technology.
Digital can be rewritten. Digital can be edited for problematic content. Physical copies are there, and it drives everybody crazy. Because now, these days, I have seen it more and more on my feed. You know, all these people who are like digital media, I'm like, there is so much backlash in their stuff because nobody is wanting it anymore. People are buying DVDs again. People are buying Blu-ray players again. And you know what? By the time I'm gone, most things will probably be digital. You can't stop it. It's going to keep coming.
Right.
But I will have my physical media, and I don't care what happens after I'm gone, as long as I get to have it while I'm still around.
Yeah.
Because eventually I'm going to go, and the DVD player I got is going to probably last 20 years. And I'm like, that's good. I'll be 60 by then.
It's like when they dig up our relics in the future, it's going to be physical comic books.
I'll be buried with my dice bag and my autographed copy of The White Knight.
Yeah.
But no, like, it's definitely so. That crossed my feet, and that was I thought that was unbelievably heartfelt and a great perspective of this. But got to know. So we were talking about the Absolutes, and I got sidetracked. But the Absolute, they did some sketch proof stuff for the new Absolute Batgirl coming out. And it's not Batgirl. So Barbara Gordon is finally taking up the mantle of becoming Batgirl and everything like that. And, yeah. Weird nose thing. Big honker, it happens. But the art came out for it. And so she's wearing her dad's coat, heavily modified. That is a modified shotgun that shoots batarangs. Now, Absolute Batman, the best. I have read the first few issues, and the best I can tell you, because I'm not done my full art run yet, and I'm getting all the trades, so it's taking me time to work through it. It is not a traditional Batman comic. It is Batman comic in name. It feels more like Battle Beast in the type of action that is portrayed in it. It's an action comic. It's a violent comic. Batman doesn't kill anybody, but instead of trying to talk his way and cerebrally work his way out of things, he just ends up putting foot to ass. So far. Now, admittedly, I'm not as far along in this as normal. I'm only 2 trades in. I only have 1 trade in. I have the second one to read, and the third one comes out in a couple weeks. This is guaranteed to have at least 50 issues. Snyder has said it's going to be 50 issues, and we're only in 24. And that's, by the way, he said, it's just the first arc, because that's Batman establishing foundation in the Absolutes. And, you know, Absolute Batman may not 100% be Batman. It might not be the cerebral Batman. We all know the squaring off with the Joker, the, rounds with the Penguin, the solving the riddles for the Riddler to save the day, or, but this is a good old foot to ass Batman action comic. It's skin deep. It's not rich. It's not. The art in it is fantastic, though. It is so good. Nick Dragotta is doing it. And Snyder actually seems to be doing a good job with the Batman in this series because it's still running. Now, admittedly, I haven't read all of it, but I'm enjoying it. But I much prefer regular Batman. I prefer my White Knight Batman. I prefer by Tim Capello. But this is by no stretch of the imagination a bad comic. If you're a hardcore Batman reader, you're going to hate it. Like the first issue, I'm like, where'd he get the shotgun? Oh, he's smart enough to modify the shotgun to shoot batarang pellets and shot Alfred in the face. Alfred's MI6 operative in this world. And
I've kind of done that before.
Yeah, Batman stole his motorcycle and shotgun. And then he found where Batman was, and Batman shot him in the face because they're not friends. Alfred was sent to town to deal with a problem and found Batman was doing his thing and found out everything about it. And that's about as far as I've read. But it's definitely something. It's not bad, but it's an action comic with Batman bootstrapped to it.
So this is Barbara Gordon?
Honestly, that's Barbara Gordon. It's I think the costume looks great. I think it's cool because something happened to her father. I haven't gotten that far yet.
Okay.
But that is definitely his father.
She looks like a man.
That's what I was going to say. Thank you, Ginger.
It's fucked up Apocalypse imagination. Everything Apocalypse is doing in the Absolutes is actually designed to square off with the main universe, creating the most brutal heroes he can that are bent to his will.
And I'm tired of Ginger Eraser. Why do we have to get rid of redheads again?
Yeah, I know. Well, she's half, but still, the Ginger side is what is
this?
That
feels like this is the movie that got canceled.
Yeah, what's worse is I hear all good things. Actually, the movie was supposed to be pretty good. They still shelved it.
I wasn't gonna watch it.
I wasn't either. But no, I like say what you want. The art looks good. Like looks decent. I mean, I think it looks good.
I'm not crazy about the costume, but the art is fine.
Costume is one thing. It's weird. I don't know. The
it's
universe
too masculine.
Yeah, that's typically the whole freaking universe. Have you honestly, out of all the absolutes that are out right now, Absolute Wonder Woman is the best.
Oh.
It is.
Yeah, that's what I hear too.
Absolute Wonder Woman is the best. It still retains that first Wonder Woman coming to the world type thing, but it flips it on its head a little bit. It seems to maintain Diana's innocent and true heart and goodness. Which is something that actually radiates through all the characters in different ways. Batman is good. Superman is absolutely fantastic. He still has a solid no-kill rule, which is absolutely fantastic. Batman has a no-kill rule. He didn't kill Alfred. He maimed him. Just really did a good job on him with the batarang shotgun pellets.
Gotcha.
But the Wonder Woman is by far the best out of all of them. I've heard middle things about the Flash, like it's not bad, but there's no rush to read it. And I have not heard about Absolute Green Lantern.
Okay.
But Absolute Wonder Woman, I hear, is the best. Like, I'm waiting for the next arc because at the end of the last arc, Waller had Zatanna in captivity and sent her after Wonder Woman.
Oh, interesting.
And what's awesome is this first. What's up, Gingy?
Well, I was going to say, I'm just waiting for them to announce Absolute Aquaman and Absolute Hawkman.
I want Absolute Aquaman. I'm sorry. I want that. Because out of everything that's going to work in the Absolute, the stuff you can do in the deep dark of the ocean in terms of monsters and stuff absolutely fantastic.
Somebody even pointed out, what about Absolute John Constantine? That would be good.
I haven't seen him yet, but the Absolute universe has been out for barely 2 years now.
Yeah.
We're just getting started with this. This isn't going to end. I have a feeling if we're going to see Constantine anywhere, it's going to be in Wonder Woman because that's more the magic focused one.
Okay.
And Zatanna popped up. So yeah. Oh goodness. What else do we have here? Oh, where are we? Okay, Absolute back row. Oh, speaking of Batman, I have something else here. I'm not sure if Gingy, you're reading it, but Sean Gordon Murphy finally released more art for White Knight.
Oh
yeah, I started it. It's really good. It's really good.
White Knight is one of the books that got me back into reading comics. I actually saw during the pandemic. I saw a video on Sean Gordon Murphy's, Batman the White Knight. And I'm like, this story looks really good. Let me actually, read the comic. And I read it and I'm like, that's really good. And I find out that there's a lot more of them. Like I was pulling the floppies, I'm by the trades. I'm only missing one of the hardcover trades.
Okay.
And he's doing a new one because at the end of Beyond the White Knight, they had a last page and Bruce is kind of sitting there like, well, what are we going to do now? Well, there's one hope for us. And you see a kid in a blue and red suit with a cape. He's a kid from Kansas. And you see him doing the Superman pose up and everything like that. And we've been waiting 5 years for it. I've been waiting. It's so good.
Yeah.
And he's released some of the new art. And that's the new bat suit. Every time he gets a new bat suit, it looks like he's fighting Starros or something like that. I don't know. But he hasn't said very much on it. There's been a few interviews where they go, like he finds him, tracks him down. They end up going into another dimension. He takes away somehow. Bruce takes away Superman powers. But the biggest thing about this is you got to remember these are like half Batman, half Joker comics because he's got the Joker in his subconscious.
Right.
Like in this world, like it's all set up. And, we got another one here that you got the awesome Batmobile from Thunderstorm.
Not me. Not me.
No, I heard it. You were looking up at the sky. I'm like, oh no, did the thunder boomer rolling through?
No, I was watching the cat crawling across my shelf.
He did this like in the end of the first White Knight. You had every Batmobile in there from across the mall. You had Keaton's Batmobile. You had the Tumbler. You had Rob Batman. All of them in there. And this whole book was just a love letter to everything that was Batman with a Joker's flair. And, we got like this is coming through. We got old Bruce right there. You got Jack Napier right there because it wasn't the Joker. It was Jack Napier. And man, they actually like it is so good. There's obviously something happened there. He beat to hell Bruce. And then, we got another Bruce. Oh, he's old. They actually aging him in this comic. And Sean Gordon Murphy actually wanted to kill him in the first comic. They wanted to kill Bruce. But they're like, the comic's so successful, you can't kill him. Right. You got to keep it running. And he's like, he honestly was like, I keep hoping one day that I get to keep kill him off. Because honestly, Bruce is getting old. He's getting crippled. And if he's going to go, he's going to go. Yes, Doomyverse. Floppy comics. That's what we call single individual comics. We call them floppies. But yeah, he's wearing glasses and everything. And yeah, it's a pretty good run. This will be out next year. And I am beyond excited for this because I'll buy every issue. I'll buy probably 2 of every issue because I get one of the variant covers. And I will be buying the hardcover trade paperback for future reading purposes because I'm not opening up the bags after that.
Right.
But no, love this guy's. I love his art. He feels like that kid in art class that the art teacher was like, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, doing whatever the fuck I want. And it ends up working for him so well.
Yes.
I had a Miles Morales post. So everybody's like, yay, the new Miles Morales comic is out. This is great. And by the way, this was from Friday. I'm like, kind of struggling with the sales there. I mean, that's a lot of comics. Your pre-orders got a problem. Miles Morales come back. Did you snag your copy of all new Spider-Man Miles Morales yet? No, because I don't. I just want. I didn't.
It's gonna do just as well as all the other.
It's a number one. It's gonna get 6 issues. People are gonna get bored with it and move along. It's gonna get canceled, then they're gonna reboot it again.
Exactly.
The closest Miles has ever came was
Marvel.
He had 24 issues, and I'm like, you need 42 to start. Apparently, the magic number is 42 to establish that much needed foundation. Honestly, you know what I would do? Move Miles to LA. Have him be Spider-Man I'd accept a Miles and Spider-Man in LA. But I guarantee you they're going to do that since Marvel already moved their offices to LA.
Probably.
Oh,
they need to differentiate, take him out of Peter's place and put him somewhere else.
They need to take him out of Peter's shadow. And see, every time they write him into a corner, they just give him new power to work his way out. And I'm sorry, a king of Wakanda isn't going to come out of Wakanda to help a pissant kid Spider-Man on the streets to cure his vampirism.
Oh, God.
You never should have given it to him in the first place. Put him in Chicago. Chicago would work too.
Yeah.
I really don't have a problem with another Spider-Man, but the fact that the way that they made Miles completely, like his origin, like the way he was bit by a spider, they should have made him like his origin completely different. Not a spider, not living in New York, not even being in the same area as Peter. Like it should have been way different. But they don't know how to write anything original.
No,
they don't know how to write. They keep bootstrapping it. So this one popped into my feed this week, and this one actually physically made me cry out in pain.
Oh boy.
And I saw it, and I'm like, oh my God, why? And somebody ordered this comic online, and I'm like, good for you. You know, you got to be careful. Never order anything expensive online that you're not willing to lose. But I saw this, and this made me physically scream out in pain when this went through.
Oh my God, this one hurts. I picked up this ASM 300 and thought that the seller shipped it with a piece of cardboard in the middle. That would have already been bad, but I've seen it done before. Instead, since the book was shipped loose in a top loader, it shook around in the box and the cover came off of the interior. Ship your books properly, please. Oh my God, this one hurts.
That one made me physically cry out, and there was oh! when he flipped it over, and I saw the staple pulled out, and it's just like oh
my God!
McFarlane cover, first appearance of Venom.
Yes, that would piss me off.
I'd be putting it. It went from an 8.0 copy to a 2.0, and just bubble wrap.
Talk about bad reviews.
I've saved in-stock trade boxes specifically to mail, and the Rippaverse mailers specifically to mail out extra books that I have. Like every year I go through my collection being like, I'm never going to read this again. I wanted to go to someone who reads it. And I'll just give people the comics that I know are not going to be really worth anything, but I'll just mail them out. Like I got a stack of Transformers I want to send to Jay. I got a trade I want to send Beardo. I got Gingy here, a box of comics for Gingy for Christmas and everything like that. But yeah, pack your comics right.
Yes.
This one really pissed me off because apparently comic shops don't really know how to deal with collections. What do you notice is a problem with this issue? These were all dollar books, but they bought them, and somebody actually put labels on their comics that said that they were finished.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Why?
Yeah, label maker curse. Local comic store had a great collection to 70 comics in the dollar bin this week. The only catch is almost everyone had a finished label on the top left corner. What do you read? I have rather a large amount of back issues that I'm never going to read again.
That'd be fine if it was on the plastic you put the book in. But not on the book.
But worst part is these are all in great condition if it wasn't for the label, because you're never going to get that off. Much of this stuff is old Kirby, Metalman and Hercules, Craig Russell, Killraven, and even Wally Wood inking Dinko on Stalker. 1975. Look at those. Like, I'm sorry, outside of the bin, those, look at the spines, look at the top. Those are in great condition outside of that label. And he's trying to find ways to remove them. And the only thing I can think of is a heat gun to get the glue off, a straight like a razor, and then you send them out for treatment. Then you send them out to, cleaning and everything like that. But for a $1 book, man, I don't know. The stack is thicker of 30 is thicker in the top right corner. Each sticker made a dent in the issue in the front. These, if you can get those off with a heat gun, you can restore them, but it's going to cost. But that just physically, who the hell does that?
In a comic shop, no less.
No, I think somebody bought the collection, and that's why they were in the dollar bin. No, this is right up there with the idiots who don't actually put the price on their freaking comic books, and they, price at counter. Like, if I don't see a price on a comic book, I'm not pulling any back issues.
No.
I love my back issues.
Similar.
I had to stop the back issues for a while.
Same.
I gave my comic shop a dedicated pull list. Like, these are the issues I'm looking for. So whenever they get a new collection the guy who goes through them has my list, and he'll pull the issues and drop them in my sub box.
Nice. That's nice.
I spend enough there every month. I got the head of the comics on email. I email her at least twice a week. I adjust my comic lists. I can't right now. I had to cancel 2 runs. I canceled my Terminal run. Wasn't feeling it in the first issue. And Kirkman they tried to capture 90s, and I don't want to wait 12 issues to get everything going. I can't dedicate that kind of time anymore. The only exception I make to that is Battle Beast, because it's 6 months on, 6 months off. And all my runs are finishing, and I'm already dedicated to too much. I can't pull anymore. Like, I can't dedicate to another long-term run. I'll do trades, but I won't do that. And I got the first issue, so if they ever make it into a television series, I'll flip them.
Yeah.
Everything Kirkman does lately gets turned into a television series.
All right, this isn't an original, but I'll show you guys anyway. So just so don't freak out when you see the comic book. So see that right there?
Yeah.
Is that the stamp?
Complimentaries. Yeah. What the heck?
Yeah. It's not an original. I got to my comic shop may be a little bit overpriced for their back issues, but most of their books are in really good condition. I think $12 for the first appearance of Mojo.
Oh.
It's not a crazy high-end comic. It's probably worth $9, but they probably had to buy the back issue, and they use an slightly out-of-date comic guide. And I'd honestly rather have a set firm price in the box and go up to the counter and be like, yeah, we reserve the right to check the price of comic books and the bags and boards and everything like that. And I'm like, no, if it's labeled that price and you change it at the counter, that's illegal.
Yeah. Bo says it's almost as bad as the Netflix labels on manga. Yeah, but at least manga can get reprinted.
Yeah. I'm really, I've been like, I'm so worried that they're going to start overhauling comic stories and changing problematic things. I've just started buying so much trades, like especially older trades, older comics. Like, I'm on the hunt for Silver Surfer Rebirth. Sorry, not Silver Surfer, Silver Surfer Requiem. It's a 4-issue run. It's not expensive to get, but I don't want the individuals. I want the trade. Unfortunately, the trade is out of print. It's going for $200, and it's one of the best Silver Surfer stories ever told.
Yeah. At some point, somebody's going to sit there and go, we're going to need to change this.
Yeah, and you want to get the physicals and everything like that. Because with them pushing everything digital, they're absolutely going to change the problematic things and everything like that.
Well,
Disney.
We've had this problem in manga, too, because the American translations, people want to make it what they're interpreting it. And I did whole videos on this, too. I even hired somebody to translate the Japanese ones just to compare it to the translations in question. I mean, they're adding stuff in there that's nowhere in the story in the original Japanese. So I wouldn't doubt, like, something at some point with comics, somebody's going to sit there and edit out what's problematic.
Yeah, it's going to be problematic. Like they did when Outlaw Star first aired. They cut a whole episode off the air, which was Hot Springs Planet Tenrei, which was arguably filled in so many gaps that you were missing. And where did Gene get these shells and everything? You find out that he went to that Hot Springs planet. There was boobs in it, but freaking it was there's boobs in it, but it's still such a good episode. You find out where the Tau bullets came from, the origin of the caster gun, which is one of my favorite anime weapons. I will take it over a Saiga or a Bunkai. I will take a caster gun any damn day of the week because I'll never forget that first episode. A caster and old magic out here on the frontier. I'm like, this gun is awesome. It's got the villains freaking out. It's got the good guys freaking out. And Outlaw Star is still my favorite anime.
Yeah, I love Outlaw Star.
All time. Set contained story, 24 hours, and you don't get any of the mystery behind the characters. Twilight Suzuka, absolutely awesome character. You get so much about her background at the last few episodes, and you know nothing about it after you see who owns this pretty face. I'm like, we need more. You're not getting it. I'm like, damn you, I need closure.
I know.
Outlaw Star, like, dude, if you haven't seen it, Gingy, Outlaw Star is one of the
It's
best.
good. It's one of my favorites.
It was a Toonami original, and it has it brought anime into the mainstream, and it kind of flew under the radar after that. Nobody pays attention to it, but it is one of the best animes ever. Grappler shits, freaking like, oh, it was so good, because apparently they were supposed to do a second season dealing with the Space Forces, because the first season was pirates, then it was the Space Forces, which would have been awesome, because that means Duke would have came back, and Duke would have had, well, you saved my life, I got this loyalty drawing and everything, because he's a proud, like a Klingon, and I got the Klingon pride, and I'm like, oh, that would have been so awesome.
Yeah,
versus he was supposed to have a new crew, and I'm like, oh, do you have to do the new crew on the Outlaw?
I hate when they do that.
How are you going to do it without Malfina? Literally, you need Malfina to do properly with the ship, unless did the ship get overhauled? I don't know, but it's so good. It adds magic, it's sci-fi, it's all kinds of awesomeness wrapped into 24 episodes.
You can see its inspiration in other animes.
So apparently Spencer Gift bought Hot Topic.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I was like, well, we're old enough to be mall rats at one point.
Yes.
Maybe not Gingy, but definitely Nerdy Girl.
I was.
Had the mall rats. Spencer Gifts is acquiring Hot Topics, and I hope Hot Topic goes back to being Hot Topic.
I know. It went from
now
being
it's all like really. It's more pop culture store than a metal goth store. Now, mind you, I was always too fat. Even as a kid, I'm not as big as I was now, but there was never any clothes I could fit in there. I was always at the JCPenney section, looking in the big and tall.
I remember going into Hot Topics, and it was always like the goth stuff. And then one day I walked in there, and I'm like, "What the hell happened?" And one of the kids who was still working there goes, "Don't ask."
Companies, I want to know why. Well, why aren't they suing? I mean, it's a merger, a big merger of companies. Why isn't California suing them or enjoining them? And we're going to get into that right now. I thought that was a nice little segue.
Yeah.
So, the head of Paramount has basically told California, "Fuck you."
Yes.
You're going to do this. We're going to cost you far more than it's going to be anything else.
Yep.
So let me see here. So Paramount, first of all, we're going to start with this. Paramount has openly said that they were willing to guarantee AMC and Regal 30 movies a year and gutting the state's best agreement. They're like, yeah, we'll do this. Is not a problem, because, they wanted to make a deal and everything like that. And this is all because the head of Paramount's father is friends with our president.
Right.
They hate it. They think he's on the take.
Exactly.
They made a whole bunch of baseless accusations because you can get away with that now, and they're like, all right, fine. Nothing's going to work. Nothing's going to do anything. Well, we can just solve this problem right quick. And honestly, I hope they do, because Hollywood's dying as it is. But David Ellison has threatened to pull Paramount out of California on October 1st if they don't start backing down. Closing the studio, pulling out of all their business and keeping an office for tax purposes. Moving to a state that'll give them better deals on filming movies. And besides, when is Hollywood actually filmed? Movies actually filmed in Hollywood anymore? On backlots and stages. So sell off the land. Do whatever and keep an office down there for tax reasons. Pull it all out. How many jobs will that cost California? You're all because you don't like him. That's fine. He can pull his business and take it elsewhere. And there is nothing California can do about it.
Nope. I hope it happens.
David Ellison says he'll pull Paramount out of California if the state refuses to negotiate a settlement. They want, because after September 31st, $7 million a day has to be paid to Warner Brothers board till the merger fully goes through. And they're stalling, and they're hoping to bleed out Paramount.
Mhm.
So Ellison is eager to swift revolution. 12 states block Paramount Warner Development Discovery merger, and that's a absolute real banger of a variety. Yeah, seriously, get somebody to edit better because you never start a sentence with "and." Discovery merger. In a move seemingly amid the gaining leverage shutdown, he's prepared to start moving Paramount out of California as soon as October 1st, unless the merger is resolved through a settlement with the state's attorney, Rob Bonta. Variety has confirmed. Ellison told Paramount senior execs last week that he will relocate Paramount operations outside of California if the deal doesn't close by September 7th. They'll have to pay the board every month, but they will save money on taxes by pulling out all of their things, selling their holdings, doing everything. Fine, you want us? We'll move our holdings elsewhere, pay the $7 million a day, and basically give a fuck you to your state because you can't stop a free capital economy from moving states for a better deal. It's already happening in so many other countries. This is why Massachusetts doesn't have progression. It is so costly to build and start up here that no new business has come to Massachusetts or most of New England. It's hard. Yeah. We're just getting our first Chick-fil-A in my town. It's that bad up here. We have no KFC. We have a Popeyes. We have no KFC. We have McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's, and that's it. And that's because crazy. They're old and established. But we don't have anything new up here. What's the matter, dude?
No Chick-fil-A.
I love Chick-fil-A. Oh, by the way, our Outback was so bad that the corporate closed it. Damn, what? What do you mean? Damn?
Huh?
What? No.
Damn!
My personal favorite out of the current state of the world.
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Oh, boy.
But yeah, the final hurdle closing the Paramount merger. Yeah, they're all antitrust. It all has to do with who is president, who his father is friends with the president, because they think Trump is on the take somehow, and that's why it got through. My state is part of the 12 that's trying to block the merger. This is the states have done the fuck around. Now they're about to do the find out.
Yeah,
because this guy isn't some woke noodle brain idiot who's going to back down. He will pull his business out of California. He will move it to Tennessee or Texas. And there is dick all that California can do about it. And honestly, good. Let California bleed a little more. Let the Hollywood bleed a little more because it's on the way out.
Yeah.
If Bonta agrees to negotiate a settlement the case by then, the company will begin the process of exiting California on October 1st. Television told Paramount Skydance the board has pre-approved the move. So they're ready. They're like, talk's ticking.
I love Bo. He says, stop moving to Texas.
Stop moving to Texas. Bo,
he's in Texas.
Bo, if I could afford to, I want to go to Texas. Texas and North Carolina are the two states I want to move to because the rents are reasonable. The only issue is with Texas is I don't have a car. And I kind of need that to get around. At least with North Carolina, things are still really kind of closer together. And I could like Uber to Walmart and stuff like that or get an electric bike. Texas, the nearest Walmart is going to be like 20 miles away, anywhere small town that I move to. So North Carolina is my best option. But yeah, the board has already pre-approved the move. Paramount declined to comment. Ellison's threat to relocate to Paramount in retaliation to California Bontas leading the charge to kill the Paramount deal and move, which would include the studio operations over time. Yeah, so what are you going to do? You're going to risk all those state jobs or, all those much-needed jobs? Because this doesn't just go down to people working the movie set. This goes down to restaurants, people around it. This is a massive population if you close down, because then we're going to pull out. Merger will still go through because it's not in your state. Can't do much, and in whatever state you move to, is going to probably back them because they will happy to give you tax breaks.
Yep.
Attempting blackmail the state into letting the legal deal through.
Blackmail.
Yeah, blackmail. Yeah, I love how logical business is now blackmail. Paramount has lost the plot as it continues to lose in court. Yeah, you're going to get fucked, and California's about to take another hit, because after that, Netflix is going to swoop in and they'll pull everything out too, and they can't do anything about it because Netflix is far more business than anybody else. They are the name in streaming. Bonta has not publicly said what concessions Paramount Warner Brothers would consider as acceptable enough to take the lawsuit off the table, but there we go, right there. The Democratic Attorney General, I believe it or not, most of California is red. It's just the cities that control the votes, because that's where the population centers are. As said, any remedies in natural structure. The reason to give Ellison senior leadership. Yeah. So basically, it's like, yeah. Oh, here's the big one. On October 1st, on what date Paramount will begin occurring fees owed to Warner Brothers said, yeah, that's when they have to start paying. October 1st, $7 million has to go to the board, which puts them deeper into debt, and they can't afford it. Basically, they want to make sure that everything's going to get fair. And I'm like, it's not going to fucking happen. He will pull out of Texas. He will go to another state, and you all are fucked. And not in that happy way, in the creeping up behind you, just let it happen way. I can't wait. I'm going to live off the Schadenfreude. I don't want those people to go out of their jobs. I think it would be absolutely horrible. But at the same time, hold the right people accountable.
Yeah.
He's doing what's best for his business. And if business, like, that you have people going into freaking shopping centers and stealing things to the point where they have to lock up laundry detergent.
Yeah, I know. I saw.
And you have to call for an assistant, but they ripped the assistant button off the wall. So now you have to walk around the store trying to find somebody to open the thing to get laundry detergent.
That's crazy.
It's absolutely crazy, and it sucks. Apparently, Witcher is the 5th and final season of The Witcher is not coming out this year.
God, Henry Cavill is somewhere smoking a cigar and taking a drink, laughing.
I have liked Cavill a long time. I thought he made a great Superman. It was the writing that was my issue.
Yes, mine too.
He looked the part. He is the part. And I love everything he is in. I hate the writing behind it. Luckily, I still think everybody's like, oh, we're getting Space Marines in the Warhammer 40K on Amazon. I'm like, you have no, wait a minute, I'm going to remove this. You have no clue what you're talking about if you think that. Do you know how much money it would take to do a Warhammer Space Marine television show in terms of budget? One episode would cost like $200 million with just graphical effects and everything to do the Astartes. There's no way to do it.
But I do respect him for being on top of everybody, being a producer, making sure they do it right.
Yeah, he's also acting in it, and I would put money on them doing Eisenhorn. It's human, it's simple, it's inquisitorial. You can have some Astartes at some point, but you don't have to have them. My dad would have loved it, and that's why I will never watch it. We're only 2 years out from my father's death, so I haven't been able to really attach myself again to 40K because it still feels like I'm getting stabbed in the chest sometimes.
I get it.
But he would, like, I know from my dad's consistent ramblings about 40K. I know more about 40K than I want to know about 40K because it's not my wheelhouse, but my dad just loved talking about it. And where it's going to be Eisenhorn, budget-wise, writing-wise, normie relation-wise. Eisenhorn is a better choice and budget friendly. You got to invest in costumes. You probably got to do some green screen work and everything like that. But it's still a far better choice than having to full CGI 12-foot tall Space Marines.
Right.
Because if you don't make them 12 feet tall, your fan base is going to melt the shit down.
Yes.
But Witcher 3's final season is no longer set for a 2026 premiere. You got discount Helmsworth right there. And poor guy got ditched by freaking Miley Cyrus, and now he's freaking got The Witcher standing in for Henry Cavill, and it's not going to do so well.
Sucks because he's actually a pretty good actor. I like him.
He's decent. I've seen him and stuff. But yeah, no Witcher. I don't even care what this says, but this just made me freaking laugh. As soon as they start doing non-comic book accurate characters, I check out.
Yeah.
Because everybody's like, well, you're just a snob. I'm like, no. They have a product I don't want. They're a business. and they have a product I don't want. I don't have to give them money for that, and I have every right to critique what they put out. It's my right as an American. And, don't have to like it. I'm not saying you have to like it, but I have every right to do it. You can bitch about me, and I can bitch about you. We can go back and forth all the time. But I'm tired of written this way, changed for this. I don't care. This is no longer an adaptation. This is what you want it to be. I don't want it what you want it to be. I want this on the page, on screen. Not hard to do. Everything is already right here, down to the description of the characters.
That's what I feel. It's how I feel about the Vampire Chronicles.
I like Mayfair Witches, but that's more of an Alexandra Daddario thing, and honestly, believe it or not, a Harry Hamlin thing, because that guy's got acting chops.
Yeah, he does.
I noticed Perseus. Come on, it's Perseus. I love Clash.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Clash of the Titans is awesome. I grew up with Clash of the Titans. It has Persians. It's not anything far from Greek, but it's still Perseus with Meredith Burgess and Armin Hoot. Oh, so good. Just movies for the sake of loving movies. But, and I loved Harry Hamlin and Mad Men. Mad Men is my favorite television series of all time.
Yeah.
It is a masterpiece in character development. And nobody in that show is a good person.
No.
Nobody. My favorite character is Roger Sterling, the spoiled prince who finally has a happy. Oh my God, so good. So
but,
good.
That's my whole issue. Like the Vampire Chronicles, the Interview with the Vampire, and now the Vampire Lestat has nothing what the books are.
I watched I saw the Vampire Chronicles covering. I'm like, oh, cool, they're doing it. Then I saw who they're casting Louis, and I'm like, we got some problems right now. How are you gonna have a plantation owner be that? And I'm like, this is just a bad adaptation. Anne Rice is right up there with Tolkien. She could power a city. Rest her soul. Let me tell you one thing that is fun. So before the CW went completely tits up and, went completely nuts, they did have some fun things. And they came across this short, and I absolutely loved this. Like, this was so cool. This is a short from Superman. It's compiled together. But it's Cat simping after Clark Kent, not Lois, and she's taking shots at Lois the whole time, being like, why the hell are you with Lois? She's not, all that stuff. So it's good.
You didn't tell me that you know Clark Kent?
Yes, I know him.
Do I have anything in my teeth? No. Clark Kent, as I live and breathe. Don't you just look all Midwestern?
It's Grant. It's good to see you. It's been a long time.
Are you still seeing Lois Lane?
Lois and I are great.
Oh, so she's not still hung up on Superman?
I'd say that she has room in her life for both of us.
That's modern.
Oh, no.
Laura, do you think I could trouble you for a minute? Oh, watching Clark Kent walk away is like transcendental meditation.
I've been typing for 12 hours. I need caffeine. I need carbs. I need a
Clark bar. What brings you here?
Gosh, Miss Grant, I just wanted to see what I could do to help.
Oh, you do love danger, don't you, Clark Kent? Yet another reason why Lois made no sense. You okay? You didn't tell me.
I saw this and I'm like, that is awesome. That's comic. That is great comic book television because he's with Lois and she's like, I don't care. That's fucking Clark Kent. I want me some Kansas. I want me a slice of cornbread.
That's hilarious.
That's absolutely it's absolutely great, and it's hilarious because Lois loves Clark Kent, but she just wants Clark. She doesn't care about. She just wants Clark.
Yeah,
which is not something you see, and I'm like that's so good. And Taylor Hitchton as Clark Kent was at Superman. He was fantastic. I tried to get into Superman and Lois. I loved him. I'm sorry, his twin that got the powers is a whiny fucking bitch. And it really turned me off to the whole show. I love Jonathan Kent. Jonathan Kent was great. Absolutely great-ass character. Just went about his life. Normal guy. Oh, he had generalized anxiety disorder. I'm like, oh, so you give him the superpowers? I'm like, really? And then Jordan eventually got him, and then he got jealous, and I'm like, seriously, just have him punch it out in the Arctic for a while and beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah, really.
Like, seriously. And I'm just like, like, seeing Clark be dad was great, though. Like, when he did the shoulder bump to him, and, like, Clark got mad. He's like, don't you ever do that. Just like he got the dad voice down, and I'm like, that is fantastic. And
Which
but I
one is
still
my
couldn't
favorite
stand it.
man?
Jordan ruined the show for me. Like if you just had Jonathan, it would have been fine. But the anxiety, the whole thing was like, that's just no. And I love the part when they showed him, and I love Clark doing all that stuff, going back to small. All of it was good, except I didn't like the Jordan aspect. Like Jonathan, I didn't like Jordan. Jordan really subtracted to it because it was like you were trying to do Smallville. But Smallville was already done. We don't need an anxiety-ridden, superpowered kid. We got plenty of that across the spectrum.
Yeah.
But no, that scene was absolutely hilarious. I want a Clark bar. She looks up, Clark bar. And what's worse is it's Callista Flockhart, a phenomenal actress who played Ally McBeal, which was chick show, but funny as hell. Like the biological clock with the dancing baby all around. Oh my God, that was so good. Little before your time, dude. Little before your time.
I remember it.
Yeah, I know. And then we got She-Hulk,
Oh,
which
Lois
was
and
actually
Clark?
more Ally McBeal than actually Ally McBeal. Oh, but I saw that and I'm
Is that
like,
you talking about Lois and Clark?
What? Go. Sorry, dude. What?
What were you talking about, Lois and Clark? I missed it.
No, Superman and Lois.
Superman. Oh.
The
Well, you said
CW.
something before your time. I
Lois
Ally
and Clark.
McBeal.
No, we were talking about Ally McBeal.
Okay, yeah, I did that.
Dude,
went
it came
right
out in
back.
98, 99. It's a little before your time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
He's a youngin'.
She's married now to Harrison Ford.
She's married now to Harrison Ford, and
Oh,
from what I
okay.
hear, they're very happy and high together all the time. Which, you know what? Seriously, good for them. Like, seriously.
Exactly.
And but despite everything, Callista Flockhart is a very good actress. She's very talented, and she's very low key and very private. No, don't need that. Apparently, Guns receiving more backlash. This made me really happy. Apparently, they use generative AI for to produce Lobo, which has now brought into question how much more AI did you put in your movies? How much AI are you going to use for Superman?
Because
I think the red eye.
There it is. Generated AI concept art for Supergirl. Which now makes people think. Now, this is just the beginning. I have no proof, but I have a gut feeling that 100% Gunn used AI for Supergirl for a lot of it and hasn't told it. Because I guarantee you, they have all very powerful in-house AIs that they're under NDAs to talk about. Can't talk about.
AI's getting really
Now,
good,
Jason
so.
Momoa's Lobo, while it had its issues, his eyes should be glowing. You should have used graphics for that. I thought he looked like Lobo, did a very good job like Lobo. But apparently, my favorite part about it is Jason Momoa plays the same character in everything. He's a bro dude, which is fine. Great. He's got his type. He can do it. That's how we got the mob guys throughout the years. And he sticks to the role. He gets paid, and you know what you're getting out of him for a performance. What I love about this is he actually worked with the prop department to get that cigar to smoke all the time. It's like a super vape that actually looks like a rolled stogie. I'm like, that's awesome. Because he was sitting there doing all the things. He's like, we need to get this prop right because this is a big deal. This is part of the character. Hey, Wasp, how you doing? Good to see you. And it's a big part of the character, so I'm going to be fighting, so I need to make sure it stays in my mouth. I need to make sure it doesn't go out. I need to make sure it's out. So they made the prop, cigar prop, and I'm like, that's awesome. I actually hope we snake that off the set and put it on a shelf at home. But yeah, no, like there's shows using AI slop to create, and this has created more backlash than the Supergirl shit. Supergirl just lost money. Now people like you're using AI for our movies.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
even if it's just concept art, it's like you guys can just hire artists. Why don't you just do that? You've done it for years.
Because it's too much money. They're bleeding cash. They do not have, like, Supergirl lost so much. Gunn doesn't use practical. He shoots blue screen on digital fixtures. He used AI. How much AI is going to be used on what? Yeah, here's the full
gray
post.
section.
Campy's new. Gunn has already been under financial constraints under Zaslav. His DCU cannot compete with Marvel. Man of Tomorrow will not be able to compete with Avengers: Secret Wars. No, I think they're overhyping both of those movies drastically. I think there's enough that's checked out where they're Not that it's not going to make money, but enough checked out where there was $2 billion box office. They paid Robert Downey Jr. $800 million to come back. $80 million to come back to this franchise for 2 movies.
And as another character.
As another character. This is not going to make its money back. The marketing, the special effects, this will need to make close to $2 billion to make his money back. And it ain't going to come close to that. His
how much money they gave,
does anything use practical. He shoots blue screen and digital fixes. He uses AI in post. His Superman isn't a success and made less money than the previous films. Yes, it did. It tanked massively internationally. Ted Sanderos confirms it in under platform. Sony pick ahead confirmed foreign box office. Gunn's HBO shows failed. Peacemaker lost half its audience and got canceled. Most of Gunn's Gods and Monsters, the DCU plan, got canceled. Everything that they are doing on DC is getting canceled. Everything that's in production and is slated to come out is coming out. It's going to bleed them more money because they're not going to make it back, and they are doing it. They are in serious trouble. Like, if Man of Tomorrow fails, like if they were on a nightclub and Gunn started getting rowdy, they toss him out the front door like a frisbee. Which, by the way, I would love that as a visual. Like 6 guys in suits just picking up Gunn, boom, right out the front door with one of them going, "That's for Superman, asshole." And what's worse is all of his casting is fantastic. The only casting I would change is I would change Rachel Brosnahan to Alison Bray as Lois Lane. Alison Bray has that. She played Trudy in Mad Men, that strong, take no prisoners type girl, but also stands by her man no matter what. She's able to pull that off, and she took Trudy and put her as Lois Lane. Absolutely fan. And I love Rachel Brosnahan too. She's phenomenally talented. But yeah, Gunn's graceful exit is already being planned. The show media already on board. This is out of Cosmic Book News. And yeah, apparently something is wrong because this video keeps getting hit and taken down over and over and over. They keep going after it. And I'm like, every time you do that, every time you do the Streisand, it is proving people's points.
Yes.
You know, and it is horribly, horribly bad. This is just for like.
Well, according to George Lucas, he says that AI isn't gonna go anywhere with Hollywood,
he's right,
and that it's gonna go full.
It's gonna be used it's gonna be used for editing. It's gonna be used for script writing. It's gonna be used to fill in some digital effects because you're still gonna have it, but you're gonna have to have far less going for it because eventually, if they don't start regulating it themselves, the government's gonna start regulating that shit. Because if you start using it and start charging people premium price for something that costed you pennies, the government isn't going to like that because then they're not getting their fair share of their taxes. So, and then people are just going to stop doing it. I mean, movie theaters are already struggling. And that's Supergirl numbers. They lost $200 million on Supergirl.
Well, it's like you hired a guy who really wants to do like the quirky, strange characters.
And there's DC's in characters that can do that. Give him a Doom Patrol movie. How about a Justice Society movie? It's got that campy feel. He would do great with a campy Justice Society. But Warner's wanted Superman. They wanted something to compete with Marvel. And I'm like, you had it. You just didn't get the right guy to it. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, World's Finest, 4 movies, 5 years. Link them all together. You have your foundation. Next movie, bring in Flash. Have the Justice League show up, but you need the world's finest base. These are the big 3. These are the people that bring it in, and they're no-brainers. 2-hour movies. You start the thing. Well, I don't want to watch it, and unfortunately, you can't do that anymore. You have moved beyond that because now, even if they wanted to do that, if they do another reboot, people are going to walk away even harder than they are now because nobody wants another reboot. I haven't heard. Like, I actually asked. I was talking to Liz at my comic shop. Like, did you like Supergirl? I'm like, yeah. What happens would you go see another Marvel? Say Gunn gets thrown out because it's likely to happen. All the films are losing money. If they were to do another reboot, would you go see it? She's like, I wouldn't go see it again. No. I wouldn't go see another movie. I wouldn't go see that shit.
They need to shelve it for a while.
They need to. I posted on Reddit. This is what's getting people going back and forth with me on Reddit. I told them they need to fire Gunn, they need to fire his writing team, and they need to do 5 years of pure animation. cartoon series, cartoon movies. HBO Max, after 6 months on Max, you make it good, you make it comic accurate, you franchise it out to Netflix, you franchise it out to the other streaming services, and that's where you get large sums of money coming in. You increase the revenue. You continue to put this out, and every 6 months you do it because it's working for Invincible, and I guarantee you if Invincible spread out to other platforms, Amazon would make more money. But the whole Amazon streaming services is like a fun gig for them. Like $250 million to make He-Man, I did out the math, they make that back in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
That was nothing to Amazon. So if they did that and they spread it out, they could absolutely make money back. But they need to stop trying to hit the big screens and stick to what they're good at. And then you need to bring back in the fans. And everybody's like, well, back and forth on Reddit and everything. And I'm on a Snyder. And even if they brought back Snyder, by some miracle, Snyder gets brought back, the Snyder Bros will not save the DC. It needs to go away because of the amount of repetitive failures that they have seen in the last 10 years.
Well, I mean, it's like even the MCU. I mean, after the Secret War reboot, I don't think everybody's going to be really as excited for it to continue on. They need to kind of let it sit for a while before they go venturing back into things. Like, I sat there watching the X-Men announcements going, it feels too little too late.
Yeah.
Now, people don't seem to think that everybody, all the praises of Lanterns are coming out. You mean the big media shills that, are
the usuals?
The usuals? What about everybody's like, this is what I hate about it. Like, everybody takes the shills seriously. Like, they're the be-all, end-all of everything. They didn't pay to go see the movie. Their job requires them to give a good review of the movie. If they give a bad review, they get shut out. This is why I don't ever give a review of a comic that I've never read myself. Right. I will always buy the comic. I will always read the comic, and I will always give my honest opinion. I got 4 levels of opinions. I got, yes, should be read by everybody. I like it. You might. No, I think this is objectively crap, but you could like it. My God, save your fucking money. It's not hard. I mean, seriously, just separate yourself from your own opinions, and you'll be good, like I did with Batman earlier. But they're all like, it's Reddit, so it's spoon-fed freaking retards.
It is.
Yeah.
And they like X is the X is a toxic place. That's funny. That makes me really, really laugh because I've seen more porn bots and toxicity on Instagram than anything else. And don't even get me started on Blue Sky. This is why I kind of stick to my wheelhouse in Reddit and everything like that. I have my comments, but this I posted in DC, and I'm like, they need to fix it. Well, I'm like, it won't matter. See, I guarantee you that all the people posting here aren't actually going to see the films. They aren't going to see the movies. They aren't going to see anything like that. And they're just white knighting it, but just, no, that's stupid.
It's like when the comic books did the things they wanted, and they're clapping. Nobody showed up at the comic shop.
Dude, yeah, this guy's like, here, I'll show you. This one just popped up. This is popped up in my feed. Yeah, I have a Reddit page. I said DC needs to fire Gunn and the writing team and only do animated stuff for the next 5 years. Have that on HBO for 6 months before licensing it out to other platforms. If they do fire Gunn and try to reboot, it will cause so many reboots, and people will just check out. Even if they bring back Snyder, and for the record, I'm not a Snyder bro. I'm not a Snyder fan either. Even Snyder can't save DC. Like I said, stick to comics and animation, and they will be golden. Just stick with the stuff that doesn't make them money. You mean this stuff that they didn't promote? I'm pretty sure comic books make them money. And then I responded with, you mean like the $200 million loss on Supergirl made a lot of money there, or the failure that will be Lanterns that caused that was problematic. They cut it out. Only good thing is did was Penguin. They axed the second season.
Yeah.
You keep talk like they're making money and they're bleeding it with their trail of failures. Superman didn't even make his money back to the box office. For fuck's sake, pull your hell out of your rectum. My next one, I should have actually responded, is your head up your ass for the warmth. But my dude, Lanterns is already being praised by a few people that watched the series early. It can't be any worse than the season 2 finale being Gunn's Spotify playlist. This whole thing is fucked. Like
These
seriously,
people are so damn brainwashed. It's a cult.
It's a cult, and you know, I like this is actually in DC Comics, which is funny, but yeah, this is absolutely crazy. Yeah, Bo,
Yes,
they
Bo,
axe
they
season
did.
2. They axe season 2. Clayface is going through, and honestly, I'm tired of villains without their heroes. I really am. Don't get me wrong. I'm excited, you know, that Clayface is getting some attention and everything like that. Apparently, the new Clayface Celebrity Dirt comic is really good. Apparently, it's Clayface goes back to Hollywood to try to regain his identity, and somebody stole it.
I want my villains to be villains, though. Are they
I
gonna
want
make
I
this,
want
like,
villains to be villains.
Yeah.
I want heroes to be heroes. I'm tired of these morally gray anti-heroes that they're not that bad. And
yeah, it's boring.
all right, so we're gonna get into Jean Grey today.
There we go.
X-Men has officially been ruined with Spider-Man, and there's no other way, and no one will convince me otherwise. And there's a reason for this. Jean Grey is the heart of the X-Men. She is the most compassionate. She is the most kind. She's the most forgiving. She's the most understanding. She is the moral center above everything. And Marvel turned her into a sociopath.
They
Marvel,
wanted her.
and now apparently, pardon the people, gotta love you. You know, those people. My personal favorite, here's the one of the day. Spider-Man Brand New Day writers say Jean Grey technically isn't responsible for any deaths. But you can come with any impression, certainly, that caused a lot of destruction and mayhem. And Wanda's not guilty of mind-graping a whole town and holding them hostage. And Jean's not guilty of walking people into traffic. The writing room doesn't have accountability. This single-handedly killed X-Men. Like, literally, for me. Like, the X-Men aren't even formed yet, and I don't care about the cast. The worst is they announced the casting. They announced casting before Secret Wars. So now all the stuff that happens in Secret Wars is ruined because we know who the casting is, and we know who's going to survive.
Yeah, there's no element of surprise anymore in movies. Everything's got to be leaked. It's... And here's the other thing. So I was watching Jester Bell's video about this, and she was kind of like or her post, I should say. I was reading her post. She was talking about, like, it would have made a little more sense if it was Rogue.
Rogue would have been good, sucking the life out of people, maybe. Yeah, but they want to set up all this stuff for, you know, X-Men, and they're already like, some of the X-Men casting looks good, some of the X-Men casting okay. I'm like, absolutely, that fucking works. And then I saw Professor X, and I'm like, I'm really out now.
Oh, did you see my post about that?
That's how I felt. I didn't like that. I didn't like.
I'm tired of it.
Do you
Marvel,
know
like, you
who
think
that
they
guy
would have
is
learned.
connected to?
No,
You
I
know
don't.
Who that
No,
guy
I
is
don't.
connected to? He is the guy Aubrey Plaza, and apparently I have to say,
Oh,
allegedly
God, he's him!
cheated on her husband. Yes, you know. for
So he's a
Agatha
home wrecker.
Harkness. Yeah, I'm like, and what is this? And this is the other thing I keep pointing out. What is this that Marvel stars are getting all their significant others and family members? into movies?
Nepotism.
He is, yes. He's the guy who knocked her up.
The guy who knocked her, horrible shit. But no, I saw this. So I got a whole thing from Disney D3. But yeah, I had this whole thing about comic book readers being stereotyped. I just don't care anymore. Like, yeah, we're stereotyped. I don't care.
Of course.
No, some guy was like, this guy was like, it's a Reddit article. Some guy was in an optometrist office and he was talking with a girl. He had a stack of comics with him. It's like, those are for kids and everything. Do we get stereotyped and stuff like that? I'm like, if a girl, obviously, if you read comics and she thinks they're for kids, it's not a match made in heaven, dude.
No, it's not. It's.
You run into a chick at the comic shop and you reach for the same pull. That's kismet.
Yeah.
You know, you're in line and you're talking, and you go, you want to grab coffee after this and read some comics? And then she goes, yeah, sure, why not? That's a keeper. Or if she likes Nightwing's butt, that works too.
Hey,
by the way,
real
I
quick,
have
something
actively
to work
been
with.
searching. Yeah, it's something
What's
to
up?
work with.
my in-laws are here, so I actually gotta go.
All
Okay.
right, dude. Oh, God.
Yeah,
God be with you.
we got a whole religious thing, like ceremony going on for the baby tomorrow. And
all right, dude, you
so-
take it easy. Have a good one.
Okay.
I'm
Thank
still
you.
gonna try to find a poster of Nightwing's butt for your wife.
They're probably out there. They're probably out there.
We'll see.
All right, bro. Take care. I'll catch you
Bye.
later.
So yeah, this casting for X-Men. I'd like to
Let's
talk
see here.
about it.
D23. We're gonna go over everything they announced at D23.
All right.
Some of it actually doesn't look too bad. Unfortunately, I'm tired of everybody calling Marvel Marvel. It's not. It's Disney. There's no way around it. It is Disney. Disney is here. It is Disney, and it will always be Disney. D23. I don't really care. Frozen 3. Whee! Let's keep milking the franchise.
Yeah.
Hexed. Walton Goggins, Haley Steinfeld, Jodie Foster starring the first ever Disney animated movie. I have no clue what that's about.
It's about a
Bluey
girl. I can tell
What?
you, it's about a girl who's like different, and her mother's always nagging at her, and then she finds out she's a witch, and then she finds out
Oh, it's
she's
Chick
from a
Harry
fam-
Potter. Got it.
It's Chick Harry Potter.
Brimstone,
With
why
girl
do you
power.
wear in Nightwing costume and take a pic of your butt? Because I'm a fat guy and I don't have a butt. That's no kidding. My ex was like, I'm like, honey, you can kiss my ass. She's like, baby, you don't have an ass.
Oh God. Yeah. So it's pretty much girl
Bluey
power.
the movie. I've heard good things about Bluey. Good for the kids.
Yeah.
Always good. That'll help
Cute.
theaters. Fuck Disney. Avengers Doomsday, December 18th. I don't care. I'd rather go see Godzilla.
Me too.
X-Men cast included. There's the X-Men cast. We'll get into that in a bit. Zootopia. I actually have to use the restroom. I'll be right back. We'll watch this.
Hi guys. Yeah.
Yeah, nerdy girl, keep him accurate. I gotta use the restroom.
Okay. What's up, guys? How are you doing? So yeah, we're going to be talking about D23. Is there anything from D23 you guys are interested in? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm probably interested in about 0 because none of this looks good. Most of it is live action remakes. There's too many damn milking of successful franchises, and MCU should have died with Endgame. I have not watched the new Spider-Man because I'm not going to pay the money to go to the movies to see it. I'll watch it when it comes on TV. Yeah, I haven't watched Zootopia 2 either, Doomverse or Doomyverse. I the first one was good, but I don't think everything needs a sequel. But Disney's going to Disney, and they're going to keep draining that money however they can. They don't even do decent presentations anymore at Comic-Con because they have to make their own presentations now with this D23. Bo says Doomsday is going to end with Spider-Man as Doomsday Alt's son. I heard that rumor too. I will laugh my ass off if that happens. Because I am really sick and tired of taking actors in an existing universe and suddenly having them playing completely different characters from the one they're already playing. Like, I don't need RDJ as Doomsday. They could have totally got somebody else.
Nicola Walter Koju would have made Jamie Lannister would have made a phenomenal Doomsday.
He was great. Actually, back in the day, he was one of my choices for Clay Quartermain if they were really going to do a good S.H.I.E.L.D. show.
He was a good actor.
Yeah.
They're banking on the sour strips.
Okay.
They're actually really good, and actually what's crazy is they're vegan. They're $3 a bag, so I don't get them that often, but it's a they're Sour Patch Kids, but like Fruit by the Foot Sour Patch Kids are really good. I usually get a couple bags a month because they're expensive. Sorry, when bread is 2 for $5 a loaf, candy's expensive.
Yeah.
So we got Zootopia, and I absolutely agree with you. Nothing here perked my interest. Like there was a time, Star Wars Starfighter, good for you. That's coming out next year. I don't think that's going to get the numbers you want. Incredibles 3, that might be well. The first Incredibles is fantastic.
Not with what I'm hearing they're doing.
Did you hear about the other project Brad Bird is working on?
No.
You didn't.
Tell me.
So it is called Ray Gun. And it's a Netflix release. And I love Brad Bird. I'm sorry, my favorite character in the Incredibles was Edna
wait a
Mode.
minute. I think I've seen this.
It is a neo-noir sci-fi mystery follows Raygun, the last human private detective in a futuristic world inhabited by humans and aliens. Sam Rockwell.
Oh, I like Sam.
Scarlett Johansson, Tom Watts, Oswald Patton. But Sam Rockwell delivers in everything he does. And
Yes,
this is 100% the most Brad Bird thing ever. I did a video on this last year when I heard about it. This looks good. It's original. It's new. It's what The Incredibles used to be. And he's not shackled in by Disney.
No.
But yeah, Raygun looks fantastic. Due out sometime next year. So I wish I could. I thought the Incredibles 1 was fantastic. Loved it from beginning to end. Edna, I'm sorry, the only redeeming thing about the second one was Edna got an expanded section. And that's voiced by Brad Bird, which makes it even funnier.
Her and the baby.
Her and the baby. Just the super suits and the first one was great. But yeah, no. Coco 2, Coco 1 was,
yeah.
I lost my great grandmother, and it still stings. And Mexican Day of the Dead is such a fantastic, awesome religious holiday. Like,
yes.
It's all about remembering your ancestors and all your family that came before. We need more of that these days. But now, I don't want to have a teenager. I don't want to have that. I want it to be done. I don't want him to have to go back. I don't want any of this.
A sequel. It doesn't need a sequel.
No, it doesn't. Princess Diaries 3, great for it coming back. Guess who's not coming back for it?
I know.
Julie Andrews is officially retired. She is not returning.
Look at this, though. Everything is a sequel.
Lilo and Stitch 2. We don't need a Lilo and Stitch. You know what we had? We had Lilo and Stitch 616, the TV series, which was really good. That was fantastic. Plus, the voice of Jumba's dead, and that just ain't right, man. You can't recast him. Can't do it. You're anti-British if you do, Disney. Ice Age Boiling Point. Oh, look, another Ice Age. The only thing redeeming about Ice Age is Scrat.
Yeah. They should just
live
use Scrat
action
shorts.
Tangled, Ghost Street, Pixar, Vision Quest. What sucks is I want to watch this, but I don't give a shit about Vision.
Yeah.
God, David Spader is amazing. He is like I thought Age of Ultron was a very mid-tier superhero movie. David Spader playing Ultron he delivered in that cold, emotionless voice that only he could pull off.
They did him dirty though. I think
we're gonna have some thoughts about Ahsoka here. Why is Anakin lingering around Ahsoka and not his son?
Or daughter.
Or daughter. Well, actually, even in the comics, Anakin did appear to Leia. Yeah. And Leia's like, don't you fucking come back. You tortured me. Don't you come back. He never went back to Leia. But he helped guide Luke. Why? Because Dave Filoni simps for fucking Ahsoka more than a sub on OnlyFans.
Yes.
That's why he's around Luke. I don't give a shit about Ahsoka. And then I watched the trailer. I'm like, I'm always over your shoulder. I'm like, what about Luke trying to set up the new Jedi Temple?
This is why he ends up becoming a angry, bitter old man.
Because, you give guidance to your Padawan, but not your own kids. Qui-Gon would be so disappointed.
Yes.
D3, first look at Oswald, 3-part miniseries. That could be fun.
That could be.
That could be a little... That's old school Disney. Percy Jackson, season 3. I checked out at season 1 with the race swapping.
The
Kingdom Hearts, an animated series. I am at the point where if you don't play the game, it's not. I'm sorry. Well, everybody should deserve this story. No, you don't. Keep it in its medium. Like, you already screwed up Kingdom Hearts for me because you decided to bounce it around 3 different platforms.
Yes.
Like, I'm like, oh, cool. When's the next Kingdom Hearts? Oh, it's coming out for the SP to continue the story, and it'll have great graphics and cutscenes. I'm like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
You bring it back to PlayStation with Kingdom Hearts 3. Took you long enough. And then the whole game's practically a fucking cutscene.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I really want to play through Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. But I'm 43. I don't got the reflexes to take on Sephiroth anymore, man.
No.
And it ain't a Kingdom Hearts playthrough unless you take down the one-winged angel from the most overrated Final Fantasy game ever made.
Here comes the hate. Here comes the hate. I am just. Can we talk about the X-Men casting, please?
For my favorite Gen X redhead, how can I say no?
I think some of it's good, but I have concerns about choices because I think Feige is just banking on a certain actress's current popularity. I don't know if I feel she's right for Rogue.
Sadie Sink is Jean Grey. Okay, that's a very young Jean Grey. I'm thinking if she's older than 16, there's a fucking problem.
Yes.
I like the Storm casting. I think that is very, very good.
Yes,
Storm casting.
I do too.
I'm happy it's not the demon masquerading as Cerinthia Erivo, because I'm sorry, there is no way you will convince me that she is human.
They had
Ariana Grande hung out with her, got skinny and sick. Ariana Grande was no longer hanging out with her, got healthy and full, and I'm like, that woman ain't human. That no fucking way. Samara Weaving is Emma Frost. The only one better is the only thing they could have done better is bring back Jupiter Jones, but I think they will not Jupiter Jones. Jennifer Jones. But honestly, that's very good casting.
Out. She checked out Hollywood.
So Indy Navari, okay. See, unless she has that psychotic look from Obsession on her face as she's sucking the life out of Captain Marvel, I don't care. This is not she's right for the role. This is literally she's big right now. Let's bring her in.
And
Let's
there's
get
other
her
characters they could have used her for. It's not like she had to be Rogue.
No. No. She could have been done so many other people. Maya Boyd as Storm. I think that's great casting.
Yes.
I think that's rock on. Christopher Abbott, that's the middle one as Professor X. I'm not on board. This is the best casting they could have done. The only thing they missed out on is he should be fucking Snape.
I know.
He should be Snape.
But I heard they changed Sinister's name. Did I not catch that in the...
It's Nathaniel Miles.
Okay.
Not Nathaniel Essex.
Okay.
But yeah, this is a new one. Director X is an ambiguous brown kid. Wow. Yep. That's all it is. He's passing enough to get the diversity quota. That's the only reason he was cast.
Like Indy, too. I think she's...
Yeah, Indy. But here's the difference. Indy's she's a very good actress. And she's just starting. She's just starting. I'm like, don't sign on to Marvel. Don't sign on to Marvel. You will be staring. How well is that working for... How much work has Chris Evans had? How much work has Scarlett Johansson had after Marvel?
And here's the thing. I feel like, and people get mad at me when I say this, I don't think Pedro Pascal's a bad actor, but I think he got shoehorned into
he's saturated. He is everywhere.
Yes,
and
and it's not always the right role. He's these roles he's not right for. And I feel like that might happen with her.
Yeah. And what's worse is she's very, very good. She was good in Superman and Lois. I thought she did a very good high school. That was her age range. Now she's going in as Rogue and breakthrough star, and that's why they're trying to bring her in. And this is rushed. This is coming out May of next year. So what kind of slop are we going to get?
And who's directing it? I didn't catch that. That's the other thing I'm worried about.
He is the one that directed Jake Schreier. Oh, apparently it comes out May 2028. They originally said 2020. Jake Schreier, and he was in... 1 minute. Let me see here. He directed... good. He directed The Thunderbolts. This movie is not going to hit that landing.
Why do people keep failing upwards?
Bad.
Why do people keep failing upwards? Because The Thunderbolts
didn't
do
check
that well.
The boxes for the... they checked the boxes.
At least the other guy who did the Spider-Man movie, in some ways, I say, redeemed himself from Shang-Chi, because outside of the whole Jean Grey thing, everything else I heard was pretty good.
That X-Men cast is miserable. That's just absolutely horrible.
I think Jester Bell put it right, that they keep casting very sauceless, like, actors.
Back in the day, from what I remember, like when they were doing Jaws and in the late 70s, they just used to go to the art schools and like audition and bring the talent to them. And then they would see the talent and then they'd go, yep, you're hired. Yep, you're hired. Yep, you're hired. And they would just be so happy to be working and they would give their A performance and then they just keep going. We don't do that anymore. It's all social media clicks. I'm going to guarantee you.
And nepotism.
Yeah, I guarantee you having somebody click that sub button is a hell of a lot easier than, having somebody pay $30 to go see a fucking movie with them in it.
Well, and the other, and I can't stand this whole Instagram mentality when casting people. It's like almost everybody so far from damn Stranger Things has a role in the MCU.
This one caught my attention, and I'm very inclined to agree with it. Marvel needs less cosmic level television shows and more street level shit.
Yes, they do. And I think that's one of the things people liked about this Spider-Man movie, outside of the Jean Grey.
Yep. So yeah, it's Daredevil. Daredevil series was absolutely fantastic. I love the Daredevil series.
I love Daredevil, and I love that.
I have not read. I want to, like, every comic reviewer I knew, left, right, crazy, not crazy, has said the only consistent comic through the years has been Daredevil. He does not fail to give a bad comic book. From Frank Miller to, everybody else, all the way through, he just gives a good, it's consistently good, not amazing, but good.
I don't know. They had that whole thing. The reason I dropped Daredevil was that one. I forgot who wrote it, where he suddenly became the priest after he faked his death through the whole war, and then he was just exorcising demons.
That's a little out there.
And I was like, can we get him back in the suit and get him? But no, Elektra was running around as Daredevil. I just want to say yes.
Bad mojo.
U.S. Agent is one of those characters I will make the exception for, and I'll make exception for the actor because he is great.
John Walker did nothing wrong.
Kurt Russell's son is just really good in that role, and he's good in some other things.
Have you seen him in Monarch? That show flies under the radar, but that MonsterVerse is actually really well done and really well developed.
And I love that he plays the father's younger version.
Yeah. He plays a younger version of Kurt Russell, which really freaking works.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I look at this stuff now and I'm just kind of like watching these big events to promote these movies, and I'm just kind of like, I'd rather have heard about another Deadpool movie at this point, because at least that was the last one I enjoyed.
Yeah, I'm going to have to push back my stream. So I actually had a stream at night. I actually have another stream scheduled after this for video games. No, I can push it back. I'm not going to bed till 2.
That's okay.
But no, it was at 9:15.
I'm going to have to get going soon anyhow, because the dog's looking at me like, woman, we need to go for a walk.
Put it up for 10. So, yeah, we're almost done anyways. I'll put it up for 10. So, I don't know if you guys have been following that guy who bought Lord of the Rings digital and they took it.
No.
Yeah, so one guy bought a digital copy of Lord of the Rings, and whoever had it lost the license. It was removed from their catalog. And they wouldn't refund it because it was outside of the 120-day window. The company confirmed the movies were removed from its catalog and would not be compensated. Apparently, there's been some extra add-ons to this. Apparently, they got the license back and wanted to pay for it again.
No.
That's going to happen. That's what it's going to be. Oh, we lost the license. Now you have to buy a new license. That's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be going forward for digital stuff. Buy your physical movies now, because they're going to stop producing them.
I have my physical Lord of the Rings and Director's Cut.
I have an extended cut Blu-ray. The next one is The Hobbit. I plan on getting that around Christmas time. And the big one I want to get that I'm probably going to just bite the bullet and do it is I'm going to buy the full Blu-ray series of Mad Men.
Oh, yeah. Do it.
I want to do it because that's going to be problematic in the future.
Yes, Doomyverse. John Walker is way better than Anthony Mackie.
Yep. John Walker, and more importantly, Bucky should have got the shield. Not Captain
Bucky
Diversity hire.
Bucky should have been Cap. They should have done that whole Brubaker story where he's struggling with it. But no.
No, gotta give it to that. But we're gonna get into your Pokemon scalping has sent me on a tirade. But before we get into it, George R.R. Martin has been talking, and this came up. This came up, and the reactions I've been seeing are pretty good. And I'm just gonna let this run, and love to hear what you think.
Be a maester or join the King's Guard?
I would rather be a maester, of course. I mean, they're at the Citadel. They have books. I could read all day and write all day, which is pretty much what I like. And
I'm going to stop it right there.
That's boring.
No, he likes to write all day.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a.
How many years has it been?
Almost. It's been 10. I actually have a website for this.
I know Nerdrotic usually has a counter on it.
Yeah, I bookmarked the page here somewhere. There it is. Here we go. It has been 5,009 days, 15 years and 1 month and 3 days since Dance of Dragons. 15 years.
Yeah, that's it, Bo. He likes to fuck off all day.
He likes to fuck off and write all. Yeah, he likes to fuck off what he likes to do. I saw that. That one really made me laugh.
That's hilarious. I didn't.
So, yeah. So your scalping really got me going because, believe it or not, I support the scalpers. I do.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Explain yourself.
How is that different from the market? So, store buys item, marks it up for shelf price, marks it up and all that stuff. How's that anything different than the scalpers are doing? They're not selling them for cost. They're selling them at markup. And it's one of the greatest things in the world. It's capitalism at its finest. Plus, if the kid's complaining about not getting Pokemon cards, then you know what? They need to learn to fucking go without or get a damn job. That's what I was told when I wanted something. But Target employees tried to take matters into their own hands, and it didn't go very well. And I saw these, and I'm like, this is hilarious. Let's start this chain.
Is still trying to stop Pokemon scalpers by ripping the seals from Pokemon products. Target recently changed their policy, and they're going to rip every single seal from Pokemon boxes so families and fans can get Pokemon product like how they used to. There's multiple videos and photos of a lot of Target employees ripping the seals. Prismatic SPCs are also getting the plastic wrapping off of them, and this is getting Pokemon scalpers upset. This is a great change for the Pokemon card hobby because the whole point of these boxes is to rip them open and look at the cards inside of the packs, not to keep them sealed in your closet just so you can see an investment 5 years from now. Target is still trying to stop Pokemon scalpers by ripping the...
All right. Target responded.
Okay. What'd they say?
They told the employees to stop doing it.
Huh? Because they're making more money with the scalpers.
They're making more money with the scalpers. If you want scalping to stop, Nintendo has to step up.
Yeah.
Nintendo has to tell the companies, limit per person. Pokemon Company doesn't care. Why? They're making their money. That's why they don't care. But yeah, no, okay. Apparently, Pokemon vending machines are going away.
Yeah.
Vending machines are officially leaving major retailer stores and grocery stores because of the constant loitering and all of the fighting that is happening with
See, and that's what I don't like, is all the fighting where you got the people like...
Simple answer. It is not worth grown adults fighting for Pokemon cards and causing a hazard to other people that are shopping. It was a pretty easy answer for these vending machines, but the Pokemon Company just didn't want to do it. All you had to do was add restrictions and have people log in with their email address and give them a time limit of when they can purchase other products. And to secure the answer further, that email with the Pokemon Center account has to have some history. Having the products have a 30-minute queue by default with these vending machines didn't work. All you had was just grown men walking around your store and keep refreshing the vending machine over and over again until product showed up. Pokemon vending machines...
Oh, it's going to get better. That scalping isn't going to stop. Nintendo is trying to combat it, though. I will top my head to them. The Pokemon, I believe one of my things is I follow the Pokemon VGC.
Okay.
I love the VGC. I like watching video games. I love watching I have favorite players and everything and stuff like that. I like watching VGC. But the tournaments are turning out. Pokemon Company has banned Pokemon tournaments from people from bringing graded cards anymore. You can't bring them. You're not allowed to bring stuff from Japan. And I'm like, let me get this straight. You're stopping people from these. They're just going to go to conventions and they're going to be there more. And they're going to do all this, but it's absolutely insane. But yeah, no. So apparently, yeah, this is from Dextero. This is the response to Target doing their thing. Target has reportedly told employees they cannot break seals on Pokemon products or other TCG's items under any circumstances. Leaks say the memo says inventory belongs to the vendor. It is not Target's property. And that's the big thing. Like, when you might not believe this, but when if you don't know, comic books don't hold books on consignment. No. They buy the comics and then they resell them.
Right.
And the comics, they don't make a lot of money off the comics. They buy them at wholesale and sell them at face cover price, but they still buy them. And comics are bringing people in to hopefully buy other things. That's what most comics do these days. But they can't do this. And this is crazy. Like, this is Target's reportedly instructed stores to not break seals, and because the last thing you want is to piss off the Pokemon company, because they will pull their stock off your shelves.
Oh, Nintendo.
Yeah, it is. They will pull it off the shelves, and that'll be the end of it. And I'm like, this is great. Kids don't get the Pokemon cards. It's run. By the way, most of the people who actually play these Pokemon games are in their 20s and 30s. I'm not kidding you. Like, even the video games and stuff like that, not a lot of kids play competitive Pokemon.
No, but I mean, I understand your point about it being capitalism at its finest. Fine. I can't stand when I see videos, or I see in person sometimes, when they're having a big release on some box from Pokemon and some kid's got one in his hand and somebody snatches it out of him, because that's another money maker for them.
Yeah, you don't snatch it out of kids' hand. You accept the loss there. But, at that point, the parents got to step in. But, you mean shit like this? Crazy shit like this happening?
Oh, my God. That's what I'm saying, the aggressiveness.
Target employees were told they weren't going to honor the line. This is absolute chaos in the Target restock. Apparently, these people have been standing in line since 4 a.m. And were well organized. I'm like, the scalpers work together in an area as a ring, and they divvy up cash and all that. Target employees told them they weren't going to honor the line, and it's going to be a free-for-all instead, their exact words. I'm like, oh yeah, that's when fist fights happen. That's when everything happens. So yeah.
It wasn't Pokemon, but I remember being online.
Look at that. 6 of those freaking things. And he's going back for more. Oh, no, he's walking back. He's done.
I remember being online for a PlayStation. No, the Wii. It was a Nintendo Wii. And I was like 4th in line because not a lot of people went to this store. And I'm waiting there, and suddenly they came out and gave us like lotto tickets. And when I looked at my lotto ticket, I was like number 40. I'm like, why does it say 40? And they were like, well, that's your position to get the Nintendo Wii. There was no announcement about there being a lotto. It was first come, first serve. Now you're making it a lotto, and I've been standing here. I'm 4th in line. Now you're going to make me go all the way to the back?
Yeah, no, that's shitty.
And it's like the same thing with employees who hide things. Like, the reason I don't buy much Marvel Legends anymore is because you have employees like hiding the product on release day, and then you're going in there looking for it, and there's nothing in sight, but somebody's got it hidden behind like milk or something. So later at the end of the day, they're buying it all up as they're walking out.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely insane. No, oh good Lord.
Doomy versus the only good scalpers are the ones from Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah. No, I think scalping is, like, seriously, the people that have to do something is Nintendo, and they're never going to do anything about it.
No.
Magic, Pokemon used to be handled by Wizards of the Coast, and honestly, my comic shop does Magic the Gathering pre-releases and everything, and they have hard limits on what. So now, compared to when I was playing Magic, you used to buy booster boxes for 110, but there was starter decks and there was booster boxes. Starter decks were $9.99 and booster packs were $2.95.
Yeah.
And you used to buy a box. You could buy a case of packs and everything. You used to buy a booster box. Now booster boxes are like $600 and everything. And I'm like, I don't think the quality of the art has changed on the cards. And now you have this type of pack, this type of pack, this type of pack, this type of pack, this type of booster, this pre-con. And I'm just like, nope. Oh, and not to mention they kept changing all the rules. You got to change the rules to keep it fun and interesting. I'm like, no, you just change this, add new abilities on the cards. And I'm just like, I'm done with this. I'm so happy I checked out on that one.
Yeah. I think even like the One Piece for a moment there was suffering from this because Logan Paul had to open his mouth and everybody was like suddenly grabbing all those.
Logan Paul opened his mouth about Pokemon and look where it's at now. This fist fight's breaking out over booster packs and stuff like that. It's crazy. And, you can't find them in the stores anymore, anything like that. And this is why I go after comics. I hope Logan Paul never pays attention to comic books, ever.
For some reason, he got into One Piece manga, and he was convincing everybody that you needed to get them graded. I'm like, hello, manga reader here. They reprint them all the time. You have to have something that's extremely rare in order for it to be worth graded.
Yeah, but Logan Paul pays attention to the normies. That's what he does. He's a normie, and personally, I think the Paul brothers are poster children to why birth control should be mandatory. But I can't knock what they do. They make money, and they're not doing anything well except for what they did in Japan. That was really fucked up. But he should have been. I think he's still banned in Japan too.
I hope he is.
But that was really fucked up. But no, it's just that the Pokemon thing is just crazy. The cards are going nuts. I'm like, I kept trying to tell people that these were going to take off. These were going to do extremely well. And Pokemon was going someplace. And everybody looked at me like I was crazy. And every time I was right, I have actually looked at people. I'm like, you should have invested when I told you to. I was broke and couldn't. I told you would make money off of this. Buy the packs, hold on to them, sit on it, camp on them.
That's
and
like
now
me.
25 years later, I'm like, you could have cracked those packs open. And that pack that you paid $3 for is probably worth about $1,000 because even the first print cards are going like, especially the Wizards of the Coast Pokemon sets. Now it's computer parts are going crazy.
I said if I could only should have bought RAM a year and a half ago for $65.
I have been wanting to do a side grade of RAM, but I don't need I don't play top of the line video games. I don't play the latest AAA. I'd be okay with DDR4s. Just, normal DDR4 RAM, $250 for 2 sticks.
Yeah, but like DDR5 is ridiculous and depending on the one you want.
And I want to do an upgrade to my graphics card. I have a 360 now. I want a 480. I just want one level above. I don't want to play. I want it locked. I lock at 60 frames a second, and I'm okay with median graphics. Because your eyes can't really see can't really see anything higher. But no, like I want a small upgrade to my rig, but nothing insane. The processor's fine. The graphics card carries most of what I need. And I don't play crazy high-end AAA games. And honestly, they'll be around long after I get the graphics cards are cheap again.
Yeah. I mean, I'm waiting for everything with that to go down. And I know the federal government's investigating the RAM.
Yeah, they're investigating. Like, apparently next year's processor chips have already all been, or something has already all been sold.
Yeah, I saw whose video was that? Was it Tyrone Magnus talking about how like RAM is sold out for the next year?
Yeah, RAM sold out next year, and just absolutely crazy. Just, I wish computer parts would go down. I'm not looking for a crazy upgrade. I just want a little bit of a boost. My 2 terabytes for 300 over 700, 800 got it on sale for about 150. And it's just online with my PC came in 2 terabyte one, plus my graphics card is triple the price. And the RAM is 3. Somebody gave me a 3060 a couple years ago, and it's fine. It holds a PS4 graphics. More importantly, but what's great about PC is that you can tone down the graphics so they work, unlike Sony, who does anything. I bought a 5070 before the hikes and didn't want to spend money at the time, but figured it was what to do with an upgrade might do well. Yeah, it's going to be relevant for a few years. Mine's a little out of date, but it still runs pretty well. I don't. It runs my simulator games. It runs Stardew Valley damn good, and the most upgraded game I'm going to get is the Division 1, which is PS4 level material. Oh, and Aliens Fireteam Elite 2. I don't buy new games. I don't want new AAA slop, let alone what they're doing to Wolverine. My God, that poor game.
I've been playing was outside of Pal World, which I kind of count more as an indie game because that was somebody.
It's an indie game.
Sticking to Pokemon. I also just found, and since you like Stardew Valley, it's called Kinseed. It's on all formats.
I've heard about it. I want to get. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I want to get Dune Awakening. I want to set up private. I'm looking for dedicated people to do private Dune Awakening stuff. I found a thing that does a full private server for $15 or $17 to $18 a month. Okay. And everybody chips in like $4 to $5 up to 6 people. And we basically have the whole server to ourselves. No logging off and having somebody attack your shit. The server keeps going when you're offline and everything like that. And, like up to 6 people, we can all just treat it like a good old WoW raid back in the day where you just hang out with your friends and go do some missions and go, that's it. That's kind of what I'm trying to go for. Aliens Fireteam Elite comes out on the 25th, and I will be grinding the ever-loving shit out of that. John Ambler, I have Division 1 and Division 2. I think I have Division 2. I think 1 is a better game by far. I like the setup. And more importantly, I want to restart my game because I'm not shelling out $60 and setting up the PS4 to just get access to my online game again. It's easier for me to restart than shell out more money for Sony.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I want to get the Division. I want to get Unpossessed 2. It's a demonic exorcism simulator. You get to play the Exorcist, and it's going to be on Halloween, so it's going to be really funky. Yeah, I saw that, and I'm like, that might really creep people out, but that might be worth streaming. I don't get scared for stuff like that. The Exorcist. My dad, I've said it before on stream before. My dad started showing me horror movies at 5 or 6. After about a month of nightmares that my mom had to deal with, I completely desensitized to horror movies. I don't get scared by them anymore. So so nobody's gonna get those crazy jump scares or anything like that. It's pretty bad. The well-adjusted human being I am.
Oh man.
So many good. So there is some good games coming out though. That look really good. That Vacation Cafe Simulator has been on my list for months. It's you run a vacation cafe in a small island somewhere in Italy, and you go to local places and it's like those chill games where they're not really stressful. You can just relax,
like Animal Crossing,
or something. Shark Dentist. The game I'm really waiting for is called Kaiju Cleanup, and I hope you get it. I hope it's going to be on other platforms, but I don't think I'm that lucky. You're basically a cleaning crew that cleans up a kaiju body after it's dead. And you literally you got to cut it apart and break it into blocks.
Manga.
And it's absolute, like, just games that you would never normally see and play and everything like that. We need more stuff like that. Like, we have so much slop coming out. So many, like Wolverine and all these single-player narrative games that are worked on by Sweet Baby Inc. And the Dusk Blood or whatever, the new one by the former Project CD Red devs is coming out. And I'm like, that looks good. It doesn't look $70 worth of good. Like, I'm at that point. I'm like, that looks like a great game. Not $70 worth of great, but definitely a great game.
Well, it's like Kinseed's only 20, and it was like a Kickstarter. And then now it's...
I found it. I'm not sure I can find the article again. I got more evidence about what's going to happen with Disney. Marvel, they started doing Kickstarters for comic books.
Oh, wow.
So Marvel started doing Kickstarter. I'm like, it's coming, Carrie!
Oh, the day we get to sit back, look at everybody and go, we told you.
Ha ha, we told you!
We told you! Yeah, Kaiju number 8, that's the manga where the guy starts off.
Here's the funny thing is, I used to be so into anime. It used to be my thing. I used to love it. But then anime went mainstream. And then all of a sudden, everybody knew everything about anime. They never watched it, but it was cool. And I'm like, I am no longer interested in anime or manga or anything like that anymore, because anything that goes mainstream is automatically doomed to fuck up somehow. Which is why I have regressed. Why? Because I now go back to reading books. I listen to the radio. I sit here, watch old television. I have started the Great Burn Notice rewatch. I haven't watched that in like 10 years.
That was a great show.
Fantastic show. The Labyrinth is so good.
Yeah.
But no, I don't play Fortnite. Why? I don't like Fortnite. I think
Me either.
Fortnite is the basic. I love the season pass. The season pass in theory is great because it gives a reason for game devs to keep supporting and updating a game with new content. That way they make money off it. I'm 100% for this. Honestly, I have reached the point in my life where I don't want new games. I want content for the games I already own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm the king of Fortnite in the 1.9. Doomyverse, I 100% agree with you. You are the king of Fortnite in the 1.9. But yeah, no, I just can't get new games. I can't get behind new stuff. I'm actually one of those people who will buy a video game and play it into the ground multiple times.
That's
I have 1,000 hours in Deep Rock Galactic.
I can imagine if you got into Pal World.
I can't do survival. I want to do survival games. I can't. I'm really picky about my survival games. I love Valheim, and then my fun stops when you have to start traveling across the map by ship, which takes 2 hours. And then you got to set up a whole new base. And if you die, you have to build another ship and sail back out there and try to, it's the progression is very, very brutal. I've heard good things about Dune Awakening. Unfortunately, they did it more of an MMO style where you could connect with other servers and dealt with other players and everything. They've walked it back quite a bit because they realized, hey, nobody wanted this. They were trying to make a different experience, and good on the devs for trying to make a new experience. But they walked it back because nobody wants to have to go to an online marketplace in the game and pay for stuff and everything. They tried to do an MMO, so they brought it back and are now offering self-contained, either rentable or private servers, which is fantastic, which is what I want to set up because Dune I wanted that game since it came out. It looks so good, but then I'm like, I'll wait till they do the private servers. This is not going to go over well with the community. They walked it back after a year. They started doing networking. So they finally got to it, but it's working. I want to do Dune. I just want to pick up a game and play and not have to worry about other shit.
Gotcha.
Aliens Fireteam Elite. It's going to be my go-to game for a while. It's got 4 classes to play through and a completely customizable class. And it's got an endless horde mode, and it's up to 4 people.
I will definitely be picking up Ocarina of Time remake.
I don't like Zelda.
I see Zelda.
I think it's great. I think it's fun. I think my favorite is Link's Awakening, or the Link to the Past on Super Nintendo, and I played through it once. I'm like, that was really cool because to me, every story is the same. Save Zelda, defeat Ganon. It gets a little repetitive story-wise for me, and I'm like, oh, it's a different take on Link. It's different. The only one I thought was really cool was the Wind Waker because I like the art style.
Mm.
But and I heard that was one of the least celebrated Zelda game. I'm like, that would explain why I like it so much. I don't like the most popular thing. I also, when it comes to heavy storytelling, I read so damn much, and I just need a check out. I don't care about stories. Like I get story all the time. I need to, get a check out. By the way, Aliens Fireteam Elite is completely cross-platform.
Oh, nice.
So you can get it on your PS5 or whatever like that.
I see Bo is recommending to read Dungeon Crawler Carl. I know I downloaded the audio. I have not started it yet.
I've heard about it, and then the guy started getting turned on Critical Drinker, so I want nothing to do with it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he was on Drinker's show, and then he found out what Drinker was. That Drinker wasn't the popular mainstream, and kind of was like, I didn't know this stuff. Started backing away from all the stuff with Drinker. I'm like, nope, not watching him. Sorry, you could have just said, "Yep, I was on his show. What about it?" And he placated to the Wokies, and that was the end of it. And I'm like, nope, not reading it.
That sucks. At least Oda will never bow.
You did something awesome, dude, and you walked it back. I'm like, if you say, I would have even said, hey, yeah, I didn't know back then. I just was trying to promote my book. I would have been like, okay. but you walked it back and tried to do nope, sorry, dude, not reading your shit. Yeah, I turned on him. Don't like that, but the series is great. That's fantastic. You know who stayed out of shit completely? Jim Butcher. You know what I'm still reading? The Dresden Files. I've been reading the Dresden Files for 20 years. 2 books behind, but still. And apparently, he actually posts how his progress on the books on his website. The next book, which is called Mirror Mirror, is 42% complete. But no, all right. You got to take the pups out.
I know he's looking at me going, hurry up.
All right, so we got Ladybug Tax. Come on.
Aw. Mine's a lot bigger.
What's up, Bubba Papa?
I can't pick him up or I'd throw out my back.
Oh, he's a corgi. He's only 30 pounds, and he doesn't get
I'm
picked
talking about
up.
mine.
He like, jumps up into my lap.
Mine's 100-pound Labrador.
Ladybug likes it. Oh, I got another one for you. I was going through my videos, and I got something absolutely adorable. Let me see if I can find it. Did I upload it yet? I did. Okay. I got a cute. Were you ready?
Yeah. Him?
That is him the day after I brought him home. He was 8 weeks old there.
Aww.
Most people, when I brought him to puppy training, most people, can I get a picture with him? He doesn't look real.
He does look like a stuffed animal. Like,
he does. Like my no image post, like, that's him. Does that look like a stuffed animal to you? That's him as a puppy.
He's so cute.
He grew so fast. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yes. You had a 3-hour cuddle time with your butt on my head.
Alrighty.
Okay, let's. All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up here. That's the short. Wow, this was a long one. This was 2.5 hours. Dude, it's so nice having 3 people on and we can all just converse and everything like that. It is great having this great nerd out thing. I want to thank everybody for coming through. I really do appreciate it. Hit that like and hit that sub button. I'll be live in about 20 minutes. I'm going to be doing some Aliens Fireteam Elite, warming up the muscle memory because I doubt they're going to change the control scheme between things. So yeah, we're going to be playing that, and I finally got a new mouse pad and wrist rest so I can properly play. Well, before I had my mouse pad was a couple of pieces of paper, and it really was messing things up. I had to change it every couple of days.
Yeah.
So I got a mouse pad, we got keyboard controller. I'm going to go play 20 minutes, Doomyverse. 20 minutes.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Okay, what do we got as the outro? Yeah, we got this one. Have a good one, everybody. Peace.
Yeah!